what a romance. Take a chance, one glance. Paint it blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find this anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find this anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. How I've always wondered. How I've always wondered. Took a chance, in a trance, painted red, where's the romance? Took a chance, one glance, painted blue, ended on a rain dance. Now a bit stronger, not alone with the monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this summer. Can't find this anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find us anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by.
Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything, they got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Brent, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone. from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay, then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. Hello, it's Wednesday, October 26, 2022. This is Gaming Morning Show. That's Sports.Gaming, left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof, and we've planned a total of thrice hours for you, I guess. Thrice, I say. Someone once told me that's something along the lines of 3.
Kind of.
Okay.
You're on the right track.
It's more than twice hours.
Uh-huh.
It's more than less than
Twice?
That can't be it, right?
That can't be it.
No, I hope not. if that's it, then I'm retiring from ever trying to use that term again ever in my life. So, yeah, not gonna happen. How about 3 hours? Should we just call it 3 hours?
That'd probably be safe.
We have 3 hours of entertainment ready for you this morning, as we do Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces for audio only, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Today is Wednesday, October 26, 2022, so thank you for being here for the Weekend of the Week edition of this radio program. I am JF Downs, already in chat this morning. We're going to recap GMS Tuesday nights, which happened yesterday. Sports.Gaming continued the fun over at twitch.tv/sports.gaming. That is the place where, if you haven't started to follow, we appreciate you doing so, because we are going to get Sean affiliated in order to supply you with some GMS emotes on Twitch.
First!
So it's good to see you, Downs. Thank you for being here this morning. We have Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News coming up in 15 minutes from now, and then birthdays this day in gaming history at 6:50. Sports and list of the day. Next hour, we'll tell you about the days of the day in just a moment. We have Doctor Who headed to Disney Plus. We'll tell you about that landmark streaming deal, as the headline reads, coming up later this hour. Next hour, some rings that were lost during Mardi Gras are found 6 years later.
Wow.
It's never too late. Just remember that. If you've misplaced something, it's never too late.
Maybe I'll find my rings I lost at Mardi Gras.
If I had a nickel for every time that I've lost my rings at Mardi Gras, then I'd hopefully just have a nickel, because I don't imagine you'd lose them twice, right?
That'd be embarrassing.
We're going back to Mardi Gras. Okay, well, don't wear the rings this time. Deal.
You just replaced those.
Don't want to do that. I will tell you this. Yesterday was a lot of fun. So GMS Tuesday nights is our new programming block, I guess is the best way to describe it. 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays. And it's been a lot of fun because we kind of rotate through a variety of programs. Yesterday was our first chance to do the program known as Super GMS Bros-in-Law, because Sean and I are brothers-in-law, and we can play co-op games in true GMS style, as you pointed out.
It was a good start.
I mean, why wouldn't we just hand the controller back and forth?
Right. I mean, it's not that the game didn't have co-op options. We didn't want to do it that way. So there.
Yesterday, you wore a flame shirt. We're both wearing red today. I'm sure we're both wearing flames again. Ready? Show your logo. Oh, look, it's a C.
It's a C.
Why they put it the reverse way, though?
Oh, copyright issues and
Right. Yeah. We do have sports coming up at 7:50. Good morning to Aura. Thank you for being here this morning.
Nice chat!
Today is Accession Day.
Question mark?
Accession? It looks like access with an ION. Accession?
Session? Yeah.
Okay.
Go Accession.
It's not Ascension Day. There's no N.
Mm-mm.
Accession Day. That's why you're here, because you're here for a session of Gaming Morning Show.
Nice.
Lung Health Day. National Chicken Fried Steak Day. I like chicken fried steak once every 6 months, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I like a good chicken fried steak.
Like morning time, breakfast with like some eggs or something.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I don't have it a lot, which is good because it's not the healthiest of meals, but I do like it.
Show me your proof. I don't believe you.
Right, let me gather the hundreds of research studies.
If you can find me tens of thousands of studies, then I will believe you.
I could probably even find one that calls out chicken fried steak in particular.
It's National Day of the Deployed, National Financial Crime Fighter Day. Help, that person's getting attacked with a knife. I'm sorry. I'm just a financial crime fighter. I only solve stealing digital money.
What about bank robberies?
That sounds like a financial crime. Okay, fine. I'll help with that one. It's National Mincemeat Day. I'm sorry. I saw that day of the day getting ready for the show. I still don't fully know what mincemeat is, but all I could think of was
Scrapple. Gross.
Don't those two seem related now?
Oh, they absolutely seem related.
Thank you, Caleb. National Noah Day, National Tennessee Day, National Transgender Children Day, National Vivace Microneedling Day. I'm guessing that's either the technique or the person who made it.
I'd guess a technique,
Okay.
but I have no idea.
Ooh, and it's worldwide Howl at the Moon Night. That's good. Good thing the moon's still out, because if this was National Howl at the Moon Night and we were howling at the sun, oof, boy, would we look silly.
Absurd.
Thank goodness that didn't happen.
I'm gonna
Downs
forget by tonight, though.
Downs goes, you don't know mincemeat? Where do your burgers come from? Are you telling me that mincemeat and ground beef or ground turkey are the same thing, Downs? Huh. Let me think about that for a second.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop boop boop, beep bop beep boop boop beep bop. Ding.
So, ground meat versus minced meat. Ground meat is made from meat with additional ingredients that are put through a meat grinder, whereas minced meat is made from 100% meat and is sometimes chopped, not ground.
So when scrapple
Not a chance I'm eating Scrapple.
is described as like pork parts, right? That's how I remember scrapple being introduced to us. Then yeah, I don't think it's the same thing. It sounds like there's some additives. there's some extras. There's some bonus going into the minced meat. Although Aura and Downs are both looking at us like, I don't know. But
So I think they're the same.
yeah.
Oh, and but this is minced meat. Today is, I already forgot, National Mincemeat Day. So one word, mincemeat, which is a mixture of fruit, spices, and sugar used as a filling for mince pies.
Oh, interesting. A meat pie still always sounds kind of eh, but then I remember like I've had pot pie lots in my life. That's a meat pie.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we solved anything there. Did we solve anything?
Do we ever solve anything?
Probably not. No.
Oh,
Whoa, we're
those
just
15
jumping right in
seconds.
there. Okay. Whoa.
We're never gonna get those 15 seconds.
Did you hear all the buzzers and the sounds? And
Oh, it was-
Wow.
It was a mess.
Did we just win a lottery or something? A jackpot at a casino? You know, I should consider hitting that ball.
Sorry, I had your back.
I was racing it, but like maybe I should consider advancing it, you know, matriculating the ball up the field. Oh my gosh. I tried to wait as long as I could. That was the best I could do. All right, now we're being told by Downs to don't put mincemeat into the burgers.
Yeah.
So do use minced meat. Minced
meat.
meat. Gotcha. Okay. Good morning to Drew Mega. It's good to see you this morning. Thank you for all of those who stopped by GMS Tuesday nights yesterday. It was a lot of fun. How much longer did you play that game when we were done?
I did another hour. And it was fun. I had a good time. I definitely see people's complaints with the game. And it is for sure not a game I would enjoy playing only on stream. But I had a good time.
Yeah, I did too. It was a lot of fun. I realized that I am not cut out for. I mean, not yet. I'd have to practice, but it's not intuitive for me to play that kind of game. Clearly, because I don't know. If the controls are a little wonky, then maybe that explains a little bit of my issue. But like, I could not jump in the right direction sometimes, many times, every time.
Yeah, you did a lot of jumping down cliffs awkwardly. But it was fun to watch.
Did we mention yesterday that the Nightwing and Batgirl both had sprained ankles, and so that's why they were walking so gingerly down the side of buildings?
Not sprained butt muscles, though.
Correct. Dick Cakeson is fully intact when it comes to quality of booty. So they do squats in the Batcave. Just remember that.
Squat cave.
Squat cave. That's what they called it after, spoilers, Batman died. You know, I'm sick of this bat name. What should we do? Well, let me think about this. And then dips down to the floor. It's like, how about the Squat Cave? Did you say Squad Cave? Because that's a great name. No, I didn't say Squad Cave. Squat Cave it is. Squat Cave. Oh, Drew Mega's throwing out some truths. Yesterday, Domino's Pizza brought to you that episode. Also, we finally found the D that works last night.
It was pretty fantastic.
Nice work yesterday. So thanks for those who were able to join us. If you missed it, you can catch the VOD on YouTube, as well as it's probably on Twitch for a little while. So, Downs, did you say SWAT cave? No, we did not say SWAT cave.
That did not. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more, at least early on, I wish there was a little bit more story-based missions and less just wandering around the city doing random crimes. Because that's basically all I did for the last hour and a half that we played that game.
You mean resolving random crimes?
Yep.
What a weird... Is that a verb at the end of that? Crime resolved? Yeah. Seems like a... Ah. Nice job. That seems just like a weird way to put it. Like, it wasn't stopped or avoided. It was... Huh. What a good resolution to that crime.
Hope everyone feels good with the ending of that crime.
Yes. Downs says, I am enjoying Gotham Knights. Feels easy, which is great for me. I don't like the motorbike, though. I'm always missing my turns.
Oh, I like the bike.
So say that was my easiest part, Downs. Although I did not realize that there were arrows on the ground for a good amount of time. That would have really sped things up a little bit.
Yeah, the arrows started leading me astray at one point.
The arrows lied?
Yeah, they kept leading me directly into head-on traffic.
Well, that makes sense if you think about it, because... Nice
work.
This is Rocket League. Man, I actually think my swerving might have helped that ball get in there. I think it still would have made it if our teammate hadn't hit it in, but it was going to be close. Okay, overtime it is. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for being there yesterday. We had a lot of fun with that game, and we will have another episode of Super GMS Bros in Law down the road on GMS Tuesday nights. So, thank you for being there. Next week is an off week because neither Sean nor I are available, and then we'll resume on November 8th with a live edition of GMS Plays. GMS Plays Live, so that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
That will be lots of fun.
It's been a while since we've had a playthrough with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what would be good to do for that day. Decisions.
All right, let's get you our topic of the day while we play this overtime game. We got the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News coming up after this game. Again, thank you for those who are joining us on Twitter Spaces, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. We're asking about National Pumpkin Day and where you like to get your pumpkins for Halloween. This one's always a fun topic because Sean gets to hear my rant on this every single year, which, you know, I won't spare you any of that. Chat, I will be honest with you coming up. I'll give you my opinion on the best place to get a pumpkin for Halloween. It's radio. Gotta tease this. The answer may surprise you. Unless you've been paying attention to Hefty Goof's weird quirks for 2 years. Then it'll be like, oh yeah, no, that makes complete sense. So, yeah. We'll have some facts about pumpkins. Let us know. Best place to get pumpkins. K-Laugh is here. Good morning to you, K-Laugh. It is good to see you.
A warm welcome to our official head of research and development, K-Laugh.
We yelled for K-Laugh a couple of times yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we yell for K-Laugh constantly.
And I can't remember the reasons for it, but they were probably excellent reasons. So, yeah. But I hope you enjoyed your 4-day weekend. It's good to see you back. We also have the story of rings lost during Mardi Gras. That's coming up. Also, birthdays this day in gaming history. That's at 6:50 this morning. Right now, it's time to get informed. The video game headlines of the day. For that, as always, hashtag video game expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 26, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. Good thing it's Wednesday. Yeah, it was close there. Our first news story, a project that's 22 years in the making. Every United States PlayStation 2 game manual has now been preserved in 4K. And again, this is something they've been working on for 22 years, and it ended up costing about $40,000. This is from Adam Bankhurst of IGN. This is a game preservationist called Kirkland, the Costco brand. Has done a great service to the world of video games. They've created a complete set of PlayStation 2 game manuals online in 4K that can be viewed for free at any time. This was originally reported by Kotaku. Kirkland preserved over 1,900 PlayStation 2 game manuals, variants, art books, mini guides, and comics by uploading them to archive.org in 4K. And in doing so has forever opened a door to a time before the digital renaissance. These game manuals used to be part of the joy of purchasing a new game, and you'd read them to learn how to play the game, see special art, and other surprises. And more. These manuals are mostly a thing of the past now and either live online or have disappeared altogether, but these from the PlayStation 2 era have now been forever preserved.
What was lost has now been found. I do find it interesting. Everyone has their something. The skills it takes to do exactly what this project was are the exact same skills that could be used to preserve almost anything that might be even more beneficial to society. But we chose PlayStation 2 manuals. That said, I totally get that joy of getting the manual in the car as you're driving home from the game store. Well, I wasn't driving, I was riding, but that was a pretty cool deal because you'd spend the whole time, you'd read the instructions 13 times.
Yep.
Just to get home.
Yep. Oh, it was so good. So good. And all the manuals in the back had a notes section. You get there and you're like, oh, what kind of notes am I going to write here? And you never wrote anything.
I was gonna ask, did you ever make notes?
Nope. No notes.
It's like almost like a journal, especially if you start when you were a kid. All right, it's like, I want to make some notes. This game was poop. Okay.
I'll never play Superman 64 again.
Could you elaborate? No, that's all I wrote. Just wrote it was poop.
It's just poop. And then I drew a little poop.
It wasn't an emoji back then. It was a drawing. Just drew a little poop drawing.
In our next news story, PlayStation is building a new studio. And they're building the studio to work with Naughty Dog on an unannounced game. And this is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN, so I'm going to give him full credit for this. The sub-headline of the story is Uncharted Territory. Because they make Uncharted.
It's funny.
It's pretty good.
The Last of Us and Uncharted Territory. Get it? Okay, Ryan did better than me.
But you are Ryan.
Ryanception.
This was originally spotted via a job listing that shows the new team is being created in collaboration with PlayStation Studios Visual Arts, a developer that previously assisted with PlayStation's motion capture, cinematics, animation, and more across several franchises, including Uncharted and The Last of Us. This new developer will then work with Naughty Dog to create a PlayStation game. It says, quote, "This high visibility project is being developed in collaboration with Naughty Dog. Though currently unannounced, we have a clear vision and plan to release. Using our existing expertise and premier talent, we will guarantee a high visual quality bar for the game and a compelling experience for our players."
Okay. Drew Mega says, so what do you think the new game will be? Lol.
We will see.
This is going to be Uncharted, right?
I mean, it would be not completely unheard of for them to do a new IP altogether, but it's about time for a new Uncharted game.
How about it's called Uncharted
More Uncharted.
Super Uncharted.
Yeah.
Brothers.
In-law. So we'll see. Ryan, not you, Ryan, but the other Ryan, goes on to say, this description would appear to match an Uncharted game, tying in nicely with the Naughty Dog collaboration and the studio's creative director, Sean Escayg. Escayg. That Y just hanging out.
Is that Asajj?
Escayg?
Is it spelled like your name?
No, it's spelled with a U.
To say so many connections between the story and us.
Yeah. Escayg?
Oh, no, that's not Asajj at all.
I have no idea. We'll call him. Someone get Sean on the phone. In our last news story, my favorite of the trio this morning, there's a new Pokemon coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and he's a ghost dog, and his name is Graveyard, or Graveyard. Gotta really just glance over where the Y would be. Graveyard. And he's super duper cute. He's a little ghost dog with a candle on his head, and he's pretty adorable. This is from Charles Hart of Game Informer. Trailer from the Pokemon Company International has revealed the Graveyard, the Grave Dog Pokemon, just in time for Halloween. You can watch the trailer in the link that we provided, but we get a little bit more of a description from Twitter. It says, Graveyard is so affectionate that paying it any attention will make it so happy that it'll follow you wherever you go. However, Graveyard will slowly and inadvertently absorb the life force of those around it.
Oh, it's like Rogue from X-Men.
Yep.
Wow. That's brutal.
Yeah. He's cute, though.
I know being around you is going to kill me. But you know what? You're so cute. So.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, he's cute. I'd keep him around. I'd have to take breaks, to not die. But I'd keep him.
Take breaks to not die. When you get your graveyard or whatever that thing is called, Graveyard, make sure that you take frequent breaks to avoid certain death.
Probably painful.
Pokemon, I choose, or Graveyard, I choose you. Wait, I can't. I have been around you too much. Stay in that Pokeball. Does the Pokeball contain the murdering?
Yeah, does it shield the life force draining? We'll have to wait and find out. I'll have to ask my children, because I'm probably not going to play the game.
Probably not.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. Ghost of Dragon is out on PC. Game Creator is out on PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Frog Detective 3, Corruption at Cowboy Country. Out on PC.
This time, we take a leap to cowboy country.
It's a country for cowboys.
Frog Detective 3. Where did the first two Frog Detectives take place?
At Pirate Town and Pilgrim Village.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Could have just said that. You didn't have to make it up.
Frog Detective 4 takes place in Gotham.
Where's Frog Detective?
Why'd you say that name?
What name?
Frog Detective.
Your mother's name was Frog Detective?
Yep.
My mom's name was Frog Detective 3. Congratulations, I guess. Frog Detective 3, Corruption at Cowboy Country. You are a name of the morning, and if you believe, you can fly. And if you fly, then you can become name of the month. And we'll give that away coming up at the end of October. I mean, it's either going to be next week, which is kind of the first full week of November, but it's not. There's a couple days of October just loitering. So the first full week of November is the week after that. Either way, we'll do our best to try to get that done for you.
I bet we can figure it out.
I can confirm, though, that our September Name of the Month winner was Whateverland, has been safely delivered by fulfillment into the arms of Quiet I'm Gaming. I am thinking that a few weeks out is actually a record.
Oh, yeah.
For fulfillment.
Yeah. Without a doubt. The fact that the whole process occurred in the month of October, unheard of.
Yeah. I still think, though, Kate's not received that calendar yet.
Oh, well, I mean, one step at a time.
Baby steps, fulfillment. Baby steps. All right, if you missed any of the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, you can find us on Twitter and search the hashtag GMSMorningGamingNews for the latest headlines. Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can also follow us on Twitter at sports.gaming and at HeftyGoof. That's the easiest way to connect with us on social media. You can also find our Facebook gaming page at Gaming Morning Show and youtube.com/Gaming Morning Show as well. If you haven't already, giving us a thumbs up on those platforms, always extremely helpful. So thank you for those who have done that as well. Drew Mega says, okay, hear me out, guys. The real game news I really wish to hear is that Bend Studio makes Days Gone 2. I thought they already did.
No. And I don't think they will be able to, because the reception wasn't good enough, even though I think it was a fine game.
I really thought that it was out.
No. Days Gone is out, but
Yeah.
Days Gone 2 will not exist.
Okay. Wow. I do remember all the marketing around Days Gone, though. Holy cow. That game was everywhere on my TV. It must have been during sports, like football season. So the game was everywhere.
It was good. And Bend Studio, as in Bend, Bend, Oregon. And they did such a good job, in my opinion, of capturing the environmental elements of Oregon, especially like Central Oregon and around Bend. That they did a good job.
Okay.
And I enjoyed the game.
Would you play it again?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because I never got all the way through it.
If you could do it like one of those movie style ones, like I might watch that on YouTube.
Yeah. Where I play the whole game, cut it into a cohesive story.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, thanks for being here. We have to say hi to Mel B. Good morning. It's appreciative that you are here this morning. Mel B was shopping yesterday during the GMS Tuesday nights. Found out we got some great deals on hand sanitizer, which nice work. Our bargain hunter, Mel B. It's good to see you this morning.
Nice chat.
Speaking of days gone, it's been many days. Well, it's been one since we had a chance to have some fun with the person behind the curtain, the guy that looks like a bear. Because he's a bear. His name is Bear Bear. Hey there, Bear Bear.
Did you just rhyme bear with 10 other instances of the word bear?
I just want to know. I don't know if this is true. If you review the tape, did I use at least bear differently in all three of those uses? Because I think I said bear, and then I said bear bear, and then I said bear again. Hopefully.
I'll allow it.
We'll watch the tape. Wow. Hi, Bear Bear. It's good to see you this morning. It's time to get the news of the morning.
You can news if you wanna.
Not video game related, though, and for that, we turn to GMS at this hour. This is a story that comes your way courtesy of Alex Rittman of The Hollywood Reporter. Did you ever get into Doctor Who? Because I have watched a lot with Hefty Wife.
I have seen maybe half an episode of Doctor Who in total.
Okay. I made that sound way more... I exaggerated a little bit. It was on a lot while I was in the same room that Hefty Goof was watching Doctor Who. Daleks. Get the Daleks. I just remember that as some sort of line. That came up the other day. We were watching some movie with the kids. Might have been Hocus Pocus 2 or something, and someone said something. I looked at her, I was like, the Daleks. She's like, I was thinking the same thing. Don't remember what they were called. Anyway, Disney's acquired the rights to this for their streaming platform. This is again from Alex Rittman. Doctor Who heading to Disney Plus. It's a landmark streaming deal, reads the headline from The Hollywood Reporter. It's the BBC cult favorite Doctor Who. Under the landmark deal, Disney Plus will exclusively stream all upcoming seasons of the show outside of the UK and Ireland, where they will remain. Oh, so this is going to be like live. Like they're not going to get like syndicated rights. They're going to have it at the same. That's why it's landmark. The announcement, which has been rumored for months, was made by incoming Doctor Who Nkuti Gatwa during an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan. Not me as well, nor Ryan Dinsdale.
Can't believe Ryan Dinsdale's on with Kelly.
I wonder if there's another Ryan who that could be.
No,
Name
there's no
famous
way.
Ryan.
No, there's no other Ryans.
The first episodes from the new partnership expected in November 2023, and they will coincide with the 60th anniversary. Quote, I love the show, and this is the best of both worlds with the vision and joy of the BBC and Disney Plus together. We can launch the TARDIS all around the planet, reaching a new generation of fans while keeping our traditional home firmly on the BBC in the UK, said Russell T. Davies, the returning showrunner who succeeded Chris Chibnall. Cool. Listen, I think this is neat in the sense that if it opens up more chances to watch other countries' like current like big show, right? And so you can watch it in other places, or something from the US that can be again distributed in real time, which probably happens more than I realize. But still, it's a good business deal. Also, by the way, is the TARDIS just something that's Doctor Who, or is that like a common name for something over on the other side of the ocean?
I just think it's just Doctor Who.
So it's not what they call a phone booth.
No, I don't think so. I think that's just the name of the Doctor Who ship.
If only we had some folks listening in Afternoon Drive on another side. Oh, hey, good morning. It's Copia. Says the TARDIS is just in Doctor Who. We call it a phone box here.
Gotcha. Okay. Know what I'm sure it's been commented on before, but I'm just noticing it for the first time, is British television shows, at least from my understanding, are really good about like The Office. You have a few episodes in a season, you have like 2 or 3 seasons, and then they're like, we're done. We're not going to overstay our welcome. We're done. Except for Doctor Who.
But see, the cool thing about Doctor Who, though, is they changed the character. Well, that's the same character. They changed the actor.
Right.
And that is a kind of like same idea, but it just never ends. I don't know. It was entertaining when I watched it with Hefty Wife, but not enough for me to stop and watch it all the time with Hefty Wife. I mean, it was no Gilmore Girls, am I right?
I want to see a Doctor Who Gilmore Girls mashup.
The witty
Nice
banter.
chat.
Whoa. Hi, Bob. Good morning. Nice chat to you, Scott Chick. It is good to see you this morning. As I mentioned, it's Copia is here as well. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports Talk Gaming. We're asking you today on this morning radio show that plays games about pumpkins, because today is National Pumpkin Day. Scott Chick says a TARDIS is a police box, not a phone box. Oh, true. Good morning to I Good Apollo as well. It's good to see you this morning.
Nice chat.
Calaf apparently says it's actually an acronym. Time and relative dimension and space is where TARDIS comes from. Which I definitely did not know. 2 for 2. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Still, no one can come up with any other Ryans. I mean, Copia is writing things like Ryan Stiles, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, Meg Ryan, but
Never.
clearly not another Ryan. Happy our teammates saved that, because it kind of awkwardly ricocheted off of me. Another one.
My save.
Our teammates are competing for saves. And by our teammates, I mean you and the teammate.
Oh, well, he missed that one.
Well, I kind of knocked them out of the way, so. I almost thought I could get that one. Nice hat trick in the first minute. Jeez. Towns goes Brian Adams? I believe it's pronounced B. Ryan Adams.
Nice.
All right, it's National Pumpkin Day, so we're asking you, where do you like to go get your pumpkins? It's time for me to come clean. I grew up in a place where I'm sure these existed, and I just didn't realize it, but I had not been to a pumpkin patch till I moved out to the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. And I met my wife, and it was, well, it's Halloween time. Let's go to the pumpkin patch to pick out pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that's where you go and get your pumpkins, is at the pumpkin patch. I was like, oh, really? It's like, don't you just go to the grocery store? They're like right out front. You just walk up and you grab them and you check out and you go carve your pumpkin. It's really easy. And my wife informs me that, no, you go to this place where you pick the pumpkin off the ground and then you carry it 4.7 miles to a place where the person weighs it, and then you pay lots of money for the pumpkin. It's like, oh, huh, what an interesting way to do that. Next thing you're going to tell me is you go to a place that has a whole bunch of trees for Christmas time, and you cut it yourself, and you haul it out of there, too. And I learned that that's also something that people do here. So, Sean, I don't like the pumpkin patch, is what I'm trying to say.
But why don't you like the pumpkin patch? This is what I've never understood.
So much more labor intensive.
It's really not. It's an activity.
Well, yeah, but
It's like I think you've just decided you don't like it rather than just enjoying the activity.
what's to enjoy? You have to walk in a field, find
get to go
find a pumpkin, and then
get
put
to
it in a
go take
wheelbarrow and haul
You
it.
get to go take your kids to somewhere that usually has like bales of hay set up in a big tower they can climb on, and they can go for a hay bale ride, and they can, there's usually like cardboard cutouts they can take silly pictures with, and they can do face painting. It's an act. It's
Well, all
it's
of
an
that's
event.
the fun part, but then we have to go to the field and trench a pumpkin 13 miles. It's like taking like a wildlife survival class, and then you gotta like put someone on a tourniquet and get them out of there. It's honestly just the manual labor part. What are we doing?
They give you wheelbarrows.
I know, but it's still like Well, and then, I will admit that, like, Hefty Wife and I will get, like, a pumpkin, and then the kids will get 2 that are, fairly kid-sized. Sean and his wife take probably a third of the pumpkin patch home with them. So I'm sitting here complaining about hauling, like, what? Maybe 8 pounds, 12 pounds in the wheelbarrow? You have enough to fill a train car.
We always take 2 wheelbarrows out.
You sure do. I don't know how you get them back by yourself. It's weird. I'm just kidding. Sports not life helps. But no, the stuff that you're describing, like, yeah, there's like a tractor, and then you get on the tractor and you go around the pumpkin patch, or actually I think a lot of times they like take you to the pumpkins, because again, they're 13 nautical miles off the coast to get to. But then, yeah, like, there's donuts, and there's, I remember there's, like, a duck race at one that we've gone to where you throw, like, ducks down this chute of water. Like, all that stuff's a blast. But then you gotta go get pumpkins that are, like, otherwise right in front of a grocery store. Like, I can take them 4 feet and get checked out and go home.
So the last place we went to the pumpkin patch, which is now, like, the go-to pumpkin patch for our families in this area, the pumpkins are, like, literally 20 feet away. So you've lost that excuse.
They're still heavy, though. Then you gotta load them in the car, and
you have to do that at the grocery store.
The grocery store's right down the street from my house. I know. But listen, like, you do the cut your own trees too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, there you go. Maybe it's just a bad match. So, jeez.
I'm just saying, this does smell suspiciously of a hefty reverse engineered. I start with the fact I don't like it, and then I fill in the blanks.
No, I just don't like it. It's not fun. Good morning to those who are joining us on Twitch.
Nice chat.
We are a morning radio show that plays games. It's so good to see you. Thank you for bringing your audience over to us. I remember rating you. It might have been a few weeks ago, but I am going to screw up your name, and I apologize that for. Here I go. Potatina? How am I doing? Am I close? I had to look at it. It's in your About Me section. I'm like about 94% sure. It's great to see so many people saying good morning on the Potato Raid. It is good to see you. Nice. If you've never been here before, my name is Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming above me. We have birthdays this day in gaming history coming up in our next segment. So if you know somebody who's celebrating a birthday, please get ready to tell us so we can wish them a happy birthday. We also just lost that Rocket League game in a 3-0 lead that became a 4-3 win for the other team, while Sean, who's my brother-in-law, and I debate the merits of where to get your pumpkins. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Copia, for the shout-out on Twitch for our new friend. Help me out again. Potatina? I think I'm close. What do you think?
Sounds right to me.
Okay, perfect. It's National Pumpkin Day today, so we're asking you, where is the best place to get a pumpkin? I'm arguing that pumpkin patches are overrated. Sean believes that that's just me complaining for complaining's sake, but fine. I still have to go to the pumpkin patch, which were like 4 days from Halloween. I will document the delivery of the pumpkin through the trudging of the world.
But so I want you to try something.
Okay.
Rather than building up the negative before you go to the pumpkin patch, think of it as like, oh, we're gonna just go hang out as a family and just go to this place where there's some fun things for the kids to do.
Okay.
And focus on that. And then while you're there, be like, oh yeah, we also need to walk 20 feet over there and put a couple lighter than kettlebell orbs into a wheelbarrow, which has convenient wheels to push them back the 20 feet.
I'll try.
And see how it goes.
I mean, listen, we had you come over to this house to install a doorknob the other day, so I just want to kind of illustrate what we're working with here. So, good morning to Yellow Nerd. It is good to see you. Thank you for being here with the raid. Also, hello to Mr. Tamvin. It's good to see you as well. Yo Poppy, it's good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. I see Cavalry along the lines of the raid as well.
Nice chat.
If you're not familiar with us, again, we're a morning radio show that plays games. So we use a radio format first and foremost. Coming up at 7:25 this morning, we're going to give you a list of the day. It's going to be usually related to our topic of the day, which is National Pumpkin Day. Top 10 weird and wonderful pumpkin facts. So we'll have that coming up at 7:25. And then at 7:50 this morning, it's time for sports.
Sports.
But right now, it is time to get birthdays this day in gaming history. If you know somebody celebrating a birthday today, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you. You can also catch the show on Twitter Spaces. Find our website, GamingMorningShow.tv. That's a great place to go as well. Today, no audience birthdays. I'm looking at the...
We do have one birthday.
Okay.
We talked about it last night.
Yes, we did.
Today is the birthday of Sports Talk Papa.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, that wasn't in my calendar. That's true. Yeah, it's Sean's dad's birthday today. That's pretty cool. I should give your dad this card. It's a puppy with a birthday hat on.
It's a nice card. Wonder where you got it.
I don't remember, but I'm sure this is the kind of card that your dad would absolutely love. So to you, Sports Doc Dad, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot toot.
Let's see. TV host today, Pat Sajak, turns 76. Wheel of Fortune!
And Pat has appeared as a celebrity contestant on Jeopardy. That seems fitting.
I think their studios are on the same lot. I don't think they're like across the hall. But I wonder if like Pat was like, oh crap, Brad Pitt can't make it. Someone go get Pat.
Right. This just in. I got a text message from one Sports Doc Papa that says, I would not love that card.
What? What an amazing card. Thanks, Sports Doc Dad. Still like my card a lot. Pat Sajak turned 76, as I mentioned. Today is also musician Bootsy Collins' 71st birthday.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, Bootsy's originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Been to Cincinnati once in my life. I hear they have great chili, which is not a good match for me because I don't really like chili, so I'd give it a shot. I'm not going to say no. It's like, I'll try it, but chili's not really my jam. Pote Nina, thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry I have to skedaddle. I have to meet my family for an emergency. Oh my gosh, I hope everything's as good as it can be. Look forward to hanging out with you guys for real next time. Thank you again for sending your audience over here. And again, you can catch us Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. Actor James Pickens Jr. is 70 today.
Nice. James Pickens once appeared in an episode of Yellowstone as a cowboy. In cowboy country.
Was the only cowboy, though, in that whole entire show. Only. Actress Rita Wilson is 66 today.
Fun fact, like her husband, she also appeared in an episode of 1883. That leaves more questions for me than it answers.
It's also like, there's so many of these fun facts where it's like, their father was so-and-so. Like her husband, who won't be named, who I just happen to know who it is. Like, is Tom Hanks so famous and so attached to Rita Wilson that they just don't feel like they need to tell anybody?
I think so. But it's such a weird fun fact.
That's good. That's good. Today, Dylan McDermott turned 61.
Dylan was once engaged to actress Maggie Q.
Like, just ends in Q?
Yep. Maggie, the letter Q.
Oh, the one who makes all the stuff for James Bond.
Yep.
It's very safe. Dylan McDermott's a handsome fellow.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say. Natalie Merchant, the singer, turns 59 today.
Natalie has also directed several documentaries.
All right, I remember when Luke and Smyko was on the show, would often point out really horrible photos. And this photo is supposed to be of Natalie Merchant, and instead, It's Natalie Merchant in maybe mid-song?
Yeah.
Looking at Mark Ruffalo, but poor Cher. Bad snap.
Yeah. Oof. Sure. Eesh. Yeah.
You can't even tell. I'm gonna try to copy it, the link to it, and put it in the chat if I can. Because damn.
That's not good.
No, that could be way better. Singer Keith Urban. It's 55 today.
Keith, fun fact, was born in New Zealand.
Okay, that's actually somewhat of a fun fact because I thought Keith Urban was Australian. So
Yeah. Tricked you.
interesting. Actor Seth MacFarlane turns 49.
Nice. He hosted the Oscars in 2013.
How many hostings?
Oscars edition. Hit the music.
Seth MacFarlane is too talented. It's not fair to everybody else.
I'm guessing he hosted it multiple times, but I'm not going to actually play that game. John Hader, 45.
John Hader once appeared in an episode of How I Met Your Mother as a character named Narshall.
Hader? Barely know her. You should get to know people before you make judgments. Hader, barely know. No drummer birthdays today. Any other birthdays that you know?
Gross. Wow, a lot below the thing. It's Charles Post's historical birthday. He made cereal.
Oh, like Post cereal.
Yeah.
I think Honey Smacks are Post, but I don't know that for sure.
Nice.
Bob Golick, former Browns player, 65 today. I know Bob more from Saved by the Bell than I knew Bob as an actual football player. And Mike Golick was a longtime ESPN radio personality. But Bob Golick spent post-playing time on Saved by the Bell the college years as Mike Rogers, a retired San Francisco 49ers player who became a resident advisor of Cal U, the fictional college that was attended by the cast. Fun fact, Bob Golick never actually played for the 49ers. Huh. Happy 65th, Bob.
And then guitarist Keith Strickland of the B-52s is 69.
Nice.
And actor Lauren Hughes from The Love Boat is also 69.
Nice.
Love boats. I just need to go back and find Mike singing that and just have it on the sound machine.
So yeah, we need a clip of that.
Okay. I was really trying to find this quickly. I might have succeeded. The actress Florence Kasumba, who's in Black Panther. I was trying to find what character played in Black Panther because I've never actually seen it. But I think the new Black Panther movie's either out or coming out very soon, right?
Yeah, very soon.
So, anyway, happy birthday today. Quickly panning back over, turns 46. 46 today. Florence. All right, we have to hustle because we have a whole bunch of this day in gaming history. Because what happened is today is the day that the PlayStation 2 came out. We start, though, in 1983. Sean, no time to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit. You would have gotten it right. Okay, it's Atari introducing versions of some of its video games for use with other video game systems and home computers. You, of course, were correct because Lawsuits didn't exist before 1995. Wait, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's the whole premise of the game. Wow. But in the year 2000...
Yeah, 2000.
Sony introduces the Sony PlayStation 2 in the US. It features a 294.912 megahertz processor, single analog DualShock 2 controller, 2 memory card slots, 2 USB ports, 1 iLink IEEE 1394 port, 128-bit Emotion Engine graphics processor. The system can also play PlayStation games, supports DVD-ROM, DVD video, CD-ROM, DTS, and Dolby Digital Media. Size is 12 by 3.5 by 7 inches. Weight is 5 pounds. Price is about US $300. Extra peripherals, 8 megabyte memory card for $34, controller for $34, multi-tap adapter for $34.
Nice.
And all the games that came out with it, holy cow. Armored Core 2, Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore, Dynasty Warriors 2, International Track and Field, ESPN Winter X Games Snowboarding, Eternal Ring, Evergrace, Fanta Vision. Fanta, don't you wanna Fanta Vision? Gun Griffin Blaze. Kessin came out. Midnight Club Street Racer. Moto GP. Orphan. Scion of Sorcery. Cue Ball. Billiards Master. Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. Ridge Racer 5. Silent Scope. Smuggler's Run. SSX. Street Fighter EX3. Summoner. Swing Away Golf. Tekken Tag Tournament, Time Splitters, Unreal Tournament, Wild Wild Racing, X Squad, all came out on this day for the PlayStation 2 in the year 2000.
Now that's how you do a console release. That's a lot of games. Also in the year 2000.
In the year 2000. In 2001, Nintendo put out Pikmin for the GameCube in Japan.
I love Pikmin.
Interesting. I don't know anything about Pikmin.
They're little bitty Pikmin. Little bitty Pikmin.
2004, Rockstar put out Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That same year, Tecmo put out Dead or Alive Ultimate. Resident Evil 4 came out the next year from Capcom. In 2008, Activision put out Guitar Hero World Tour. 2010, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, out by LucasArts. Same year, The Sims 3 was released by Electronic Arts. And in 2010 as well, Microsoft Game Studios put out Fable 3. 2010, the Rock Band 3 video game came out from EA. I will say that apparently bookmark October 26th, there were some games that were put out this day in gaming history.
Yeah, that's a busy day.
Yeah.
Over the
cow.
years.
All right. So hopefully Frog Detective 3 is the next banger. That's our GMS name of the morning this morning. Good morning to Hey, It's Brendan TTV. Good morning to Unknown Story. It's great to see a couple of Patreon subscribers along for the ride this morning. Thank you for being here. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming. Again, Copia, if you would shout out Potatina for the raid this morning on Twitch. Thank you again for trusting your audience with us and being part of this morning radio show that plays games. Next hour, we give you top 10 weird and wonderful pumpkin facts on National Pumpkin Day. We also will have sports.
Sports.
We're a little behind the clock, so we have to get out more Gaming Morning Show on the way. You can find us Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Spaces for audio only, at gamingmorningshow.tv. It is Wednesday, October 26, 2022.
Non-penis plant.
But the first one was the other
Decus sylvae.
one. Okay. Amorphalis.
Amorphophallus. Yeah, well, it's because it looks like a dong, so they had to put phallus in there. It's a really cool looking plant, to be honest.
Sorry, KJ.
Thanks. Dang it, KJ. Stop saying words like that.
KJ tries and tries. I think Automod now picks on KJ more than anyone, and that includes Gonzo. So,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're
KJ.
not wrong.
We'll have a conversation with Automod very soon. Phallus. If you say it very fast, it basically sounds like amorphallus.
Amorphallus.
As opposed to
Ding
less
and
phallus.
ding and crowlus. I don't know.
Well, cool. Good story, Ben. Go back to animals, verb, place. Going to be part of the people involved in the laundering would just stream, and then they would basically like filter the money to themselves. I didn't realize that they had.
No, they
Wow.
they were further removed than that.
Holy cow.
It's, if it, I don't condone breaking the law, but this is a very clever way of doing it.
Good for you. Good for you. But seriously, don't break the law. That's bad.
Don't break.
I wonder if
don't
like
steal money.
sometimes when judges see these or lawyers or cops or whatever see these, they're like, "Hey, that's really clever. you don't. You're like, yeah, I got to arrest you, but that's good.
Well,
It's nice.
You did a good job. Now go to jail.
It's like when you're a parent, your son or daughter looks at you and does something, you're just like, that was pretty good. Never do it again. But that was pretty good. So, Brendan said, speaking of armpits, Roquefort. Yeah, I mean, why would you have the choice if it's like, hi? This goes back to my vanilla analogy. Hi there. Welcome to Hefty Goof's place you can eat. I mean, we very much simplified the restaurant business. We didn't call it a restaurant. We didn't call it a cafe. It's just Hefty Goof's place you can eat. Would you like to eat? This is a place you can do that if you're so inclined. I have 2 desserts for you today. One is vanilla, and the other one is chocolate. Would you like one? Great. We'll throw the vanilla out because it's a waste of calories when compared to chocolate. However, if I had vanilla and vanilla, then eat it because vanilla's fine. Okay, same kind of thing. Hi there. Welcome to Hefty Goof's place to eat. It's a delicious time to be here on this Monday. I have some tofu available if you would like to eat it. It's prepared very nicely. In fact, we've prepared it non-stinkily. It's always good. Basically, you like instantly pour the hot fudge on there, and then it becomes like a clumpy, warm mess. And it's just so delicious.
It's so delicious.
You can still have a cool treat by ruining it by throwing a whole bunch of hot fudge on there real fast and making it clumpy soup. But it's the best. You should try it.
2.
Sean?
No.
You cut-
Sean's not doing number 2. Ryan made this list not fun because he's being crotchety. Sean left.
Ryan, apologize.
Can Bear do it?
I am sorry to you, Sean. That hot fudge is disgusting. It's not disgusting. I eat it, but it's not fun. It's not good.
What?
But man, you know what's really good? Bear's in the void. Bear. First, I was like, how do you do this? Because sometimes you'd have basketball games Tuesday night at 7, and then you'd have to go to bed at like 11 or 12, and get up at like 4:45 a.m. And like I said, the morning time is my ideal time. Like when I wake up at 4:45 a.m., I feel great. It is not difficult for me to do that. However, if I don't go to bed until 10 or 11, it becomes cumulatively harder as the week goes on. And that mentor of mine said the Wednesday nap is key. So if you do find yourself having to not get as much sleep as you'd ideally like, the Wednesday nap, if you can. Quiet says you should sometimes do a longer one to throw us off. Oh, the longer news sounder? Yeah, so when we lost Bob, before we rebuilt Bob, better than ever. Huh.
Must comply with legislative requirements and road rules. Wow. That's... Okay. I mean, we thought that oversight was a little weird, for driving. But holy schmoly, the guy he's literally just driving his cooler, taking his cooler to work, probably. Poor guy.
Gotta get around some way.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, they took his license probably before, and now they're taking his poor cooler.
Bear's cruising around.
Go Bear, go! Do you have a license for that, Mr. Bear?
Bear's license for everything. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha. The bear. Only the.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv, and become a Patreon. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2, right now.
morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and so glad that you are along with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, listening on Twitter Spaces, or at gamingmorningshow.tv. We try to make it available to you wherever you want to listen and however much you want to engage, whether you just want to sit back, relax, or if you want to join us in chat like some of you have. Unknown Story says, I remember seeing Fantavision for the first time during the PS2 launch, and I was absolutely blown away. Was that a pretty okay game? I have no clue what that is.
No idea.
Okay. I'll have to look that one up, Unknown Story. If you have any information about it you want to share, that kind of proves your point, though, anytime. You can always go to our Discord, the link right there, or you can do !Discord if you're watching on Twitch. Hey, it's Brendan TTV. It's great to see you again. Yeah, I agreed with Brendan. Said, was that the entire PS2 launch lineup? That was overwhelming. It was a lot. You linked through to all the PS2 launch titles?
Yeah, it's an IGN article that has the full list of PlayStation 2 launch titles, which it seems like most of which were on that list. There might have been a couple stragglers that maybe didn't come out specifically on this day, but yeah, 29 launch titles.
Wow.
That's insane.
I wouldn't have known that, so that's a lot, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a lot, because, now consoles come out. Like, the PlayStation 5 comes out, and the first round of people get it, they're like, oh, I love my PlayStation 5. Oh, there's nothing to play on it. Just all these PlayStation 4 games.
It's like that Will Smith meme from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in the middle of the living room going like, oh, there's nothing here. Or like crickets in audio form. Need that. Eternal Ring, says Unknown Story. Is that the prequel to Elden Ring?
No, but it should be.
It is now.
It is now.
In our lore. Drew Vega says, what? You don't like chili? You keep surprising me, Ryan. I thought the consensus at this point with some of my wonderful food takes, like...
Gravy is a sauce. Sauces aren't dressings, and marinades are early to the party.
Are they actually still surprising anybody, or is it more like, oh, it's hefty? Doo-doo. Doo-doo. It's hefty. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just, there's certain things that are kind of like whatever.
Vanilla is great, and hefty is wrong about vanilla.
The other day, this is not a joke, the Dan Patrick Show, which is one of my favorite sports radio shows, described the upcoming Broncos-Colts game as, hey, we're having an ice cream party, which always sounds cool. Like, you should come over. Everyone loves, like, an ice cream party, right? An ice cream social. Cool, yeah, we'll be there. And then you get there, and all that they're serving is vanilla ice cream. There's no toppings, there's no other flavors. It's just like,
right.
I told you you're coming over for an ice cream party, and I delivered what I told you.
Technically not a lie, yeah.
Have as much vanilla ice cream as you want. That's a little underwhelming, right? That's how I feel about vanilla things, like vanilla cupcakes. It's just like, it's a cupcake. That is good, but it's like, couldn't we do more?
Vanilla, a waste of calories.
Like pumpkin patches. I do like, though, that because Sean and I don't have a lot of, like, contention in our lives. We do pretty good with one another, but this is an area where I genuinely drive him nuts.
Comfortation. The comforting confrontation.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
So yeah, don't go to the... Okay, but I will take your challenge, although I actually don't think we're going to go to a pumpkin patch this year. If we were going to, we would have already done it. So
right.
We are
We're
assembling...
Running out of time.
Yeah, we're going to assemble a gingerbread... I don't know if it's gingerbread, but it's like a gingerbread house equivalent, but for Halloween. We bought it at Costco. And you know who bought that, dang it? It was me. Because... I can't wait to let the kids touch a whole bunch of stuff with their fingers and then put it on an edible thing. It grosses me out, Sean. Grosses me out.
Yeah. No, I don't usually eat the kid decorated cookies or pumpkin patches.
Yeah.
Pumpkin patches.
Did you just say pumpkin? You eat pumpkin patches? I eat pumpkin patches for breakfast.
The other thing we've been talking about.
I will admit, yeah, when we do Christmas cookies, I tend to opt for the ones that I know Hefty Daughter made because she's older and cleaner. Not much cleaner, but cleaner. So, National Pumpkin Day, though, please answer the question, where do you get your pumpkins? Because, again, this whole thing started because when I was a kid, we'd bring pumpkins home from the store. And so that's what you did. And so when I got to Oregon and I met my wife, and she'd be like, we got to go to the pumpkin patch. I'm like, the what? I had no clue that the pumpkin patch was a thing. So genuinely asking, what's the best place to get a pumpkin? Let us know in the chat. And I realize that not everywhere may do jack-o'-lanterns or everything, so this could be somewhat U.S.-centric, but I would definitely be open to learn if that's true. This is from nationaltoday.com. National Pumpkin Day falls on October 26th. Pumpkins are so much more than just a fun holiday accessory. Not only are they one of the best-known sources of beta-carotene, an antioxidant converted to vitamin A in the body, but they are loaded with fiber, potassium, and vitamin C. Try some on National Pumpkin Day, and of course, have a little fun carving them. Pumpkins are a member of the gourd family, which includes cucumbers, honeydew melons, cantaloupe, watermelons, and zucchini. I did actually not know that watermelons are a gourd, but that makes complete sense now that I realize it. Most people don't realize they are fruits, not vegetables. These plants are native to Central America and Mexico, but now grow on 6 continents. Their history in North America goes back 5,000 years.
Nice.
I will admit that I've always liked pumpkin seeds, but the pumpkin seeds that you make from your house are probably some of my favorite pumpkin seeds of all time.
Yeah. Home roasted pumpkin seeds, fresh out of the pumpkin. Pretty tasty.
Not bad.
A lot of work, but very tasty.
Unknown Story said pumpkin spicer bread house. Exactly. Pumpkin spice house. Oh my gosh, we had the dark realization the other day though that pumpkin season's over.
Pumpkin spice latte time!
At Starbucks, they're donezo.
That's sad. I don't like it.
I think I would take it happening later, as much as I enjoyed having it happen like August 30th this year, knowing that it carried all the way until like, I don't know, Christmas Day. Like, I want pumpkin spice now.
Yeah. Yeah, I want it all fall and to bleed slightly into the winter.
Because I think they're like, nice shot. Their winter flavor is a lot of times like the cinnamon dulce or whatever, dolce. And that's fine, but it's not the same. So, Brenda goes, because Ryan loves Halloween. I do not like the spookiness of Halloween. There's definitely some houses that I've already seen on the trick-or-treat trail where it's like, kids are going to have to figure that one out on their own. Or Uncle Sean's going to have to help. Which you have done before.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wouldn't be the first time.
Good morning to a Heavenly Soul. Nice chat to you. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games.
Nice chat!
We had a lot of fun. If you missed it yesterday, we had GMS Tuesday nights. It's our every week, mostly, show that we do on Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
Oh, I was just laughing at the mostly thing.
Yeah, because it's true. We mostly do it every Tuesday night. In fact, specifically next Tuesday, we'll be off because Sean and I both have something we both have to be at the exact same time, so we can't actually make a show happen. But we'll return November 8th with GMS Plays Live. Sean's going to get us a game. We'll probably announce that coming up in the next several days, so Sean will figure out which game to play there.
Maybe I'll play Days Gone.
Well, I still think like Days Gone would. Oh crap! No! Thank you. You fixed my mistake. I think it'd be a really fun one to watch in like almost a YouTube episodic. Chat, maybe you can help us out. So I was saying that watching Sean play Days Gone, but doing it in like the form of like the movie, where Sean maybe just cuts it up, doesn't even have like voiceover necessarily. That would be kind of fun for me to watch it that way. But what do you think? I also think after having so many fun facts during the Banjo-Kazooie thing, maybe that's another option, is you could do it with some pop-ups if you wanted to.
Yeah, I did like the fun fact thing.
I was just trying to think of a way
fun.
that you could maybe do it that's a little bit less labor intensive, but I don't know if that actually saves you any time whatsoever. So
I think for something like that, a lot of the time is, number one, playing through the entire game, and then trying to, and I don't have any experience in this, although theoretically I know how, is cutting, a 20 to 40 hour story into like a couple hours, like finding the parts that cut out the best.
Brenda goes, Days Gone is a funny way of saying Fudge Village. Is it scary?
It's not Resident Evil scary.
Okay.
But there are zombies, so
Yeah. That's fine. Last of Us didn't actually scare me that much, but again, I watched it I watched Last of Us 2 with somebody playing it, and I did enjoy that, but then that's when you told me that the whole, like, movie splicing of games exists on YouTube, and that's how I watched Last of Us Original, and that was great. So... Oh, Brendan's wondering, did you all decide against sharing your Hollow Knight playthrough?
No, I think I have the okay to put it out. I just haven't, it's still in the can. We haven't edited that or scheduled it for when we're gonna put it out. But I think I did get the go ahead to put it out.
That's awesome, because you played that one with Sports Doc wife, who made an appearance the other day on Sports.Gaming's Twitch channel, which I think you probably are in the 30s now in terms of followers.
31. Yeah, we need 19 more.
So if you haven't already, please go follow Sports.Gaming on Twitch. We're getting Sports.Gaming affiliated, and then that is how, as you sign up for Patreon at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow, we will be supplying you a free sub to Sports.Gaming's channel, and then that will give you access to as much as we can with emotes and things. So you'll get the badges at Sports.Gaming's channel and those kind of things. And I know Sean, the cool thing about having Sean become the one who's affiliated as opposed to me is Sean will be on a lot more in like the evening time Pacific. So the chances of you just getting a random stream from Sean playing a game that you might enjoy watching on a streaming platform, far higher with Sean. So I'm excited about it.
A lot of 9 a.m. Apex on your channel.
Right? Yeah. If you're looking for 9 a.m. Apex Legends, you just stick with old Hefty Goof. So, at 7:26 West Coast time, it's 10:26 out east. It's 3:26 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you again for being here. Sports coming up at 7:50 this morning. Next hour, we'll play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. And if you have this urge, this raw instinct to start putting X's and Z's into puzzles, get those out this week, because once we get kind of out of the end of this week and we've kind of built up a pretty big streak, they're going to be frowned upon. Yeah. We're watching
chance.
Downs. Yeah,
Copia.
do it now. By the way, Brendan has a big event coming up this weekend. It's part of a raid-a-thon that's going to be going on to help raise money for Stream for a Cause, and that's also the thing that Austin Attack 12 has been raising money for. We are a mere 3 days away from Austin Attack 12's 12-hour Halloween party, which you can find by going to twitch.tv/Austin Attack 12. And then, as we mentioned, this Saturday, Brendan is hosting a raid-a-thon. It starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It'll play through of Little Nightmares 2 with some tricks and treats, and then Brendan will send you to the next person in the SFAC Raid-a-thon. So if you do a $5 donation, you can choose a color and add a gem onto Brendan's face. At $25, you get a handwritten thank you card, and at $100, you send Brendan to Flavortown for the rest of the stream. That's right, there is a Guy Fieri cosplay on the board, so you just let us know. Even though Sean and I will probably just take care of that for him. So
that needs to happen.
Okay, cool. I'll just get your money later today. Sound good?
Yep.
Perfect. Done and done. Y'all will be at Austin's party. It's all good. Lol. Are you at the same time? Oh, we have multiple tabs, right?
Yeah,
So
I got all the tabs.
Yeah.
Tabs for days.
Let me download
Different devices for days.
Let me download DuckDuckGo. I'll put you on all over the place. I think I can go there. Good morning to Mel B on YouTube. We get our pumpkins at Aldi. At the grocery store, like one should. Let's get our list of the day. I'm with you, Mel B. I'm never going to convince Sean, but I'm with you. Pumpkin donuts, too, at one of our local grocery stores. Just as good as the pumpkin patch, by the way.
Do your kids enjoy it the most?
Yes, they love going to the grocery store. Big fans. The grocery store doesn't really like, though, when I have them race the rubber ducks down the bathroom stall, though. That's not a good look. All right, here's your list of the day. This comes your way courtesy of hillfarmoils.com. You have been on a streak of finding some obscure websites for these lists of the day.
Hill Farm, makers of some cold-pressed rapeseed oil.
It's good. It's cold pressed. It's nice. 10 weird and wonderful pumpkin facts. This was written by Claire Fairs. Claire Fairs. That's a great name. October 2017. Lottie and Harry may now be in their teens, but they both still love carving a creepy face on a pumpkin at Halloween. I'm guessing that must be someone who's related to the Fairs.
I sure hope so.
Probably those who have read the Hill Farm blog for a long time know exactly who Lottie and Harry are. Or maybe they're just really into One Direction.
A fan of Hildart Duff and Harry Clarence Styles.
Could be. From Arkansas. All right, here's number 1 on this list. Again, this is 10 weird and wonderful pumpkin facts.
1.
Pumpkins are related to cucumbers, melons, and loofahs. The source of loofah scrubbing sponges used in bathrooms and kitchens. What? The loofah is a gourd?
Apparently.
No. K-Laugh! No. Wow. Like all of the above, pumpkin and squash are members of the gourd family and technically fruits rather than vegetables. We did spoil that earlier with our nationaltoday.com information, but...
Spoiler tease!
It's a loofah. Huh. You get back in that shower and wash yourself with your pumpkin.
2.
Number 2, uncut pumpkins can be stored up to 3 months in a dry, dark, cool place. And by uncut, I think they mean like uncarved. The longer you store them, the sweeter and nuttier the flavor becomes. So stock up on pumpkins now. You could be making fresh pumpkin soup until the end of January.
Coming this fall,
3.
Adam Sandler stars in Uncut Pumpkins. Sequel to Uncut Gems. There are 100 varieties of pumpkins. I don't think this one surprises me necessarily. There's something called like a Cinderella pumpkin, apparently, because they look like they are about to magically transform into a carriage. Others include the Kuai variety, contains seeds that are completely hulless, which are great for toasting.
4.
Number 4, plant your Halloween pumpkin seeds the first week of June. Most varieties take 85 to 125 days to mature. So plant seeds in the first weeks of June to ensure they're ready to harvest with plenty of time for Halloween. This means the weekend at Hill Farm, the weekend after Suffolk show. So, it's easy to remember. It's just the weekend after the Suffolk show.
Oh, I love this folk show. Perfect.
4.
Nope.
5.
Thank you, Bob. Pumpkins are packed with antioxidants. Okay, listen. I sometimes feel like everything is packed with antioxidants. That's like one of the go-to lines for certain things. But I acknowledge that, as we learned earlier, beta-carotene very plentiful in pumpkins, and therefore lots of vitamin A that gets absorbed into the body. It's essential for healthy skin and eyes, while also strengthening the immune system.
Nailed it.
6.
That's also, pumpkins are good for your hearing. Yeah, good for the old ears.
Make my headphones work.
Pumpkins have a high potassium content, which can help lower blood pressure and protect against age-related hearing loss associated with drops in potassium levels in the body as we get older.
Where do I plug this into the pumpkin, though?
Right into the bottom. Yeah, push real hard.
Perfect.
7.
Pumpkin seeds are nutritional powerhouses. If you didn't hear us the first time, where we told you that pumpkins are loaded with antioxidants, well, guess what? They have lots of nutritional value. Damn it. There's protein, zinc, magnesium, manganese. Manganese?
Manganese.
Garrisonese, and copper. Almost said Cooper.
Should know that one.
Stop myself. Copper. Cooper. High in vitamin C and a powerful source of fiber as well. So enjoy it.
8.
Number 8, pumpkins are 80 to 90% water. Who would have thought that something so nutritional would be mostly water? The high water content of pumpkins means they're good for you while also being low in calories. Good news, if you're looking to offset the Halloween chocolate, use some pumpkin.
Okay, but what do you eat? How do you eat pumpkin?
Hey, just bite into it like an apple. Just pick it up.
I don't think that's true. You're gonna break your teeth. That's why you get the mini pumpkins. They're bite size. The female flower, number 9,
9.
only opens for a day for pollination. Wow, for 4 hours. That's your window. The pumpkin will continue to swell and grow, and if not, it will shrivel and fall off the vine. Both male and female flowers usually bloom early in the morning and are delicious, battered and fried in rapeseed oil.
Where can we get some of that oil?
I actually give them a ton of credit. They did a good job with this list. So if you'd like to buy it, go to hillfarmoils.com. It's the place that Harry Clarence Styles goes.
Arkansas's favorite harpsichord player. 1-0.
And number 10, as of the writing of this article in October of 2017, the world record weight for largest pumpkin was 2,624 pounds. I'm fairly certain that's been broken since then because I thought we talked about
I think
about
we've
one
shared
of them.
like 13 stories of it being broken.
Yep. That record at the time was held by Matthias Willemgens in Belgium. Yep. So he held the record at least at some point, probably since broken.
Okay. So there you go. That is 10 fun. Nope. Just weird and wonderful pumpkin facts. There was no fun in there. It was just all weird and wonderful.
Very, very serious.
From your source for the kind of oil that Sean talked about.
Rapeseed oil.
Hillfarmoils.com. The Fairs family have farmed in Suffolk since 1967 and 2004. They became the first farm in the UK to grow, press, and bottle their own cold-pressed rapeseed oil, as you mentioned. People are now hooked on its nutty flavor, versatility in the kitchen, as well as its nutritional benefits.
Nice.
Check your captions. Quiet says, Rappy? Rappy oil? Rappy seed oil?
No idea.
Give me a beat.
Boom.
Let me tell you a story all about Hill Farm, the place that I go to get my oil from my mom. She likes it. It's oil that she needs to use for her stuff that gives you all the things with the nutritional benefits of pumpkins and loofahs. Don't shower with your pumpkin, though. That won't work.
I did find lots. If you just Google, oh man, what window is it? I think I Googled loofah plant. You find lots of pictures of loofahs in various stages of becoming a loofah.
I mean,
it's fascinating.
There's sometimes that takeaways that are pretty okay or just a shoe-in, but like,
Yep.
yeah. So get ready for yours coming up next hour. What are your takeaways that are pretty okay? Something you learned from this morning radio show that plays games. Sports in 10 minutes. Unknown Story says, pumpkins are mostly water, though. Why can't I shower with them if I want to?
I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
I had a pumpkin in here a second ago, but now it's gone. It just evaporated. Weird. Quiet says, people sometimes tell me I'm a loofah.
Beady boop, beady boop.
Nice job. Nice job.
Oops, I did it again.
All right, let's get the news, the headline we're tracking this hour.
You can news if you wanna.
And this one comes to you courtesy of Ben Hooper of UPI. Perhaps you have heard of him. By the way, on the plane to Denver, I watched Rounders again.
Oh, nice. Such a good
Pay
movie.
him. Pay that man his money.
I love that movie.
Edward Norton's character was annoying in that movie.
Yeah. He was very good at it.
As Edward Norton does, I suppose. But, jeez. Just quit going back and ruining Matt Damon's credit. It's ridiculous. This is, again, from Ben Hooper of UPI. Rings lost during Mardi Gras parade found 6 years later. Ben Hooper writes, a former high school football star who lost 2 championship rings during Mardi Gras reunited with them, and they were found by a man using a metal detector 6 years later. Interesting. This person was riding on a Mardi Gras parade float in downtown Mobile, Alabama, when his 1990 and 1992 championship rings from the high school fell off of his finger. I'm sorry, this is from a Nike commercial with LeBron and Kobe as puppets, and Kobe keeps going, LeBron, have you seen my 3 championship rings? And it's never left my brain. For each one of these delicious chocolatey chip cookies is an equally delicious championship ring. It's a great, great bit. After I got home, quote, after the parades and stuff, I started looking everywhere. I could never find them, and I just never found them, the person said. For me, the hard work that I put in for them, that meant a lot to me. Then this person received a call recently from a stranger who said he had found some of their lost property. Quote, I was feeling in my pockets. Like, did I lose my wallet? So I'm like, I haven't lost anything. So I'm like, why would they be calling me? The person turned out to have found the person's rings while using a metal detector. I was sitting at home and decided I wanted to do a little metal detecting. And so I got a signal on the ground and bent down, dug up, and there was one ring. Dug a little deeper, and there was a second ring. Very, very, like, buttoned-up story, right? Just
That's the end.
yeah, that's what we have to share with you. Those are some outstanding quotes. I was just sitting at home and decided I want to do a little metal detecting.
As you do.
That's what one does. Get that metal detecting itch. Gotta go out and start scanning. I started looking everywhere. I could never find them, and I just never found them.
They were there, and now they're gone.
Championship rings. There you go. That's what we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Mel B says, well, they are messy and sticky inside for one thing. Is this the pumpkins thing? Yeah. The inside of the pumpkin thing, not my jam either. So I will admit that that's also part of the... Like, if we never did jack-o'-lanterns again, my life would be fine.
Yeah. They are messy. I don't like the messy part.
I did see... Do you know that TikTok account? I think her name is Babs. Mm-hmm. She's a person who, like, always gives, like, random tips and stuff. I guess you take, like, a electric mixer, and you run it one time through the pumpkin, and then things are a lot looser in there to pull out.
Makes sense.
Also, they were showing to cut the jack-o'-lantern from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You already knew
I've
that?
seen that before.
Oh.
I've done it before, yeah.
Is it better?
It can be.
Okay.
It has its perks.
Because then you don't have to reach inside it to put the candle in. You just drop the pumpkin on it.
Right.
Oh, but then to relight it, you have to either go through one of your carving holes or you have to lift it up.
Yeah. So
That's
it
more
has
complex.
positives and minuses.
Melby says, I like pumpkin pie and some things with pumpkin in it, and I like carving pumpkins. I do like pumpkin pie. I don't know if... Have you ever had anyone make you, like, a genuinely homemade pumpkin pie?
I don't... Not with, like, fresh pumpkin. I've had it with like canned pumpkin,
Yeah.
but homemade, you know?
Oh, sure.
never-
Yeah, they use the homemade pumpkin,
Yeah.
or sorry, they used the canned pumpkin and then made the rest from scratch.
Yes.
Yes.
I've had that. That's the closest I've had.
And here's a quick question: Is canned pumpkin actually pumpkin, or is it like kind of almost the myth of pumpkin spice, where it's like we're telling you that it's pumpkin, but it's really like Crisco and cinnamon?
No, it's legit pumpkin.
Okay. I actually prefer a pumpkin pie made of Crisco and cinnamon, please. Ugh. Crisco is something else that kind of grosses me out every time that I have to use it for, well, okay, I haven't made cookies since 1993, but back when I used to make cookies, and you put Crisco in them.
Crisco's something, if you have to use, you just can't think about it.
It's like
Kind
Velveeta.
of close your eyes and put it in there.
Yep. And now we'll melt this whole brick of Velveeta. Uh-oh. Oh, that's very centered for them. Okay. No, I don't think so. It's pumpkin put in a can. Okay, yeah, no, that sounds right. Drew Mega says, yes, electric hand mixer is a quick and easy way to clean out the inside of a pumpkin. Thank you, Drew Mega. Even though I've heard that from Babs, next time that we do that, I will give you complete credit.
Oh, you're using the Drew technique.
The Drew Mega Mixer technique. Well, if you all do carve pumpkins and you want to share them on our Discord, certainly invited to do so. I can't remember, are you carving pumpkins this year, or are you just using it as decor?
We'll carve them. We'll carve them this weekend sometime, I imagine.
I hope. I will be posting a picture of our gross kid assembled pumpkin spicer house. I promise I won't eat it. But although maybe they'll surprise me. Maybe the hygiene will be of a high level. Maybe.
Maybe.
Did you just touch your booty and then touch the pumpkin spicer house? Ugh. Excuse me. Oh, someone asked, I think it was Brendan asked, how did we like Gotham Knights?
I enjoyed it. It has issues for sure. And I don't think I would enjoy continuing to play the whole thing on stream because parts of it feel very repetitive, and I would be stressed about it being incredibly boring to watch. But I did enjoy it. I also had pretty tempered expectations, so. How'd you like it? Not being someone who plays that kind of game a lot.
I think it was really fun to do it in the way that we did, even though I still think, if we had access to a second PS5 or we both decided to play it on Steam, it would have been fun to play in co-op mode. But because we didn't do it that way, I would have been just completely satisfied sitting next to you watching you play it the whole entire time. I didn't need to touch the controller, even though I had a controller the whole time that was definitely plugged in and moving the characters.
It's still here.
That's my controller right there, the red one.
It matches my shirt.
Good morning to Dungeon Meowster KJ. So it was the sequence at the very beginning with Batman and Liam Neeson. That was a bit long.
It was a very good cutscene and a good story. It was long.
It didn't need to be that long.
Yeah.
Like, it had, 13... Oh, he's still alive in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would have preferred, they made it very clear that Batman was, spoiler please, going to die. But they could have, I don't know, made, the final blow just kind of happen, as opposed to, is that the one? Oh no, that's the one. No,
Yeah.
that's the one.
And it had the video that Bruce Wayne made for everyone else. That's like, if you're seeing this, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So it had that, and then it had the fight scene, and then we had the funeral. Oh, well, and the fight scene, and then we had everyone showing up, finding his dead body, buried in rubble, and then we had the funeral. Like, I feel like parts of that could have been the opening cutscene. Like maybe if you're seeing this, I'm dead. Maybe a quick scene of them finding the body, and then the funeral, and then like uncovering other bits of that throughout the game. Like seeing more of the fight scene and more of how it happened, like periodically through the first act, maybe. So just to get you into the game faster, might have been good. But
So I think that's fair because the way that you just kind of posed that, the way it could have worked was having that, like, if you're seeing this, I'm dead. We know he's dead, right? We didn't need to know how he died, right? Mm-hmm. You could have even made like some, is it illusion? Like you could insinuate that Liam Neeson killed him. Mm-hmm. Like how I'm using Liam Neeson as a placeholder for the character's name that I can't remember.
Mr. Neeson. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. Neeson to you. I mean, heck, you could even had a phone call where it's like, I know where you are. I know what you're doing. If it's money you're seeking, I can tell you that Bruce Wayne has plenty. But what I also have. The red PS4 controller, that is totally a PS4 controller. What?
Well, we used that for the PlayStation 5.
Oh, they're backwards compatible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I totally played.
Uh-huh. You were doing it.
I'm an expert gamer. I'm an expert gamer now. Boom. It's 7:50 West Coast time. It's 10:50 out east. It's 3:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thanks for being here. Sports.gaming, Hefty Goof. You can follow us on Twitter at those handles. You can find the show at Watch GMS, where we are also broadcasting the show live on Twitter Spaces. Right now, it's time for sports. Sports. Quiet I'm Gaming. I think you were there yesterday. Did you see the UCF Knights mascot? It looks exactly like the UCF Knight.
Yeah, it really does.
It was nuts. All right, yesterday, sports. Hockey was played. All right, we need to find... K-Laugh! Can you find us a sound effect that we can use all the time? It's DMCA safe. I don't have to pay a licensing fee. That's the hockey horn for a goal. Sounds a little like that. Sidebar, best bamboozle of the night last night was when Hofbrew thought that sound was actually in Gotham Knights, and then it was us hitting the button.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Pretty good bamboozle. Calgary was on fire. Improves to 5-1 yesterday. Nazem Kadri, 2 goals and assists. Point streak extended to 6 games. Kadri finishes with the 2 goals, 4-1 win for your Calgary Flames over the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's a pretty good win for Calgary, considering I believe the Penguins played the Oilers tough in Edmonton the night before. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they lost 6-3. Never mind. That was a different team. There's someone who beat the Oilers that I was surprised beat the Oilers, much like I was surprised we lost Calgary to Buffalo the other night.
Yeah, that loss didn't make sense.
It was Edmonton losing to Buffalo too. So like both Edmonton's out to like a 3-3 start or something like that. That was just bizarre to me. Anyway, the Flames are 5-1, and that's really what matters. Is what I'm trying to say. Yesterday, Seattle improved to 3-3-2 on the year. The Kraken, your Seattle Kraken, 5-1 win over Buffalo. I don't know if the Kraken have ever been over 500 this late into the season, so I'd be curious to see if that's the case. Other NHL winners yesterday: Boston, Minnesota, New Jersey. Arizona beat Columbus. Johnny Gaudreau's Columbus Blue Jackets in Ohio. Arizona won 6-3. The Blue Jackets are 3-5. I don't dislike Johnny Gaudreau. I'm not mad that he left. But would I like to see Columbus miss the playoffs this year?
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
I'd be okay with it.
Be fine with that. Absolutely. Colorado in a shootout, beat New York 3-2. Chicago won. Los Angeles, the Chris M. Yee Los Angeles Kings beat the Quiet I Am Gaming Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2. And Vegas took care of San Jose 4-2. NBA winners, Wizards, Pelicans, Suns, and Oklahoma City. The Suns beat the Warriors 134-105.
Sheesh.
3-ball must not have been working yesterday for the Warriors. Yeah. In a more serious note, and I should already had this pull up. So I saw yesterday the Brittany Griner saga continues in Russia, and yesterday Brittany Griner was denied an appeal. So going to spend 9 years in a Russian penal colony. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. And
yeah.
My understanding is Brittany Griner knew or suspected that she was not going to win the appeal, but I think that takes a little bit even more drastic turn in this story.
Yeah, this was from everything I read. This was expected, but still, still frustrating. We also learned that they will be including time in custody before sentencing in the 9 years. So at least from now, it's closer to 8 years than 9 years, since it's been almost a year since this all started. And for now, she's not in a penal colony, and that will happen whenever the Russian prison system decides to transfer her, which apparently could happen this week. It could happen 9 months down the road. So the longer that gets delayed, the better, because that's a much more dangerous place to be.
The quote that I saw from one story, and again, I wish I had it pulled up, which is my fault. I should have been prepared for that. Was Brittany's like testimony or her plea almost was like, listen, I was like a very small percentage over, what the law says, and even pleaded guilty initially, right? Like seemingly acknowledging, like, yeah, we made a mistake. But, like, you're putting me in prison for something that is far less of a crime than many other people who are getting lighter sentences, right? And, again, it's pretty easy from this side to, like, look at this skeptically, right? And say, okay, the Russians are doing this because she's a U.S. citizen. But it's certainly, in my opinion, not fair. And hopefully there's something that could be done before, again, somebody has to spend 9 years for something as in my opinion not that serious of a crime. So we'll talk more about it potentially, but I just saw that update yesterday and wanted to share it on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. All right, 7:56 next hour. I think we'll achievement hunt a little bit more in Rocket League. We don't have a different plan. Tomorrow in the final hour crew, we'll play more of our walkthrough of Whateverland with some performance enhancing assistance, some peas. I'm going to bring some actual peas. Gross. Peas are gross. We'll also have takeaways that were pretty okay. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And more. It's coming up as Gaming Morning Show continues. The final hour crew is next on Wednesday, October 26, 2022. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube. Listen on Twitter Spaces and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
Once upon a time, we were both happy. Everything was fine, then suddenly it leave. I was left behind, broken in pieces. Then you'd reappear. Sometimes we all feel a little afraid. We don't put our emotions on display. But I've gotta be strong, and I don't wanna know if you feel it too. Your chances are gone, and I don't need you Try to toe the line, make you wanna say. Asking myself why you keep going away. Don't want more goodbyes, so I've gotta say that although I've tried, sometimes we all feel a little unsure. We don't really know what we're here for. But I've got to move on, and I don't wanna know if you feel it too. Your chances are gone, and I don't need you
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
All right, let's gather round to read the Moose Book. There was a mooster in Worcester. There's a moose loose about the hoose. Shake it loose in your hoose, that moose. I would call it a truce with the moose, maybe spruce up the hoose. Dr. Seuss writing about the hoose in which the moose shook loose an overused spruce. The moose that encountered a truck's caboose is the moose named Bruce. I'm loose, said the moose, Bruce, as he threw up a deuce. Fun fact, Bruce the moose actually starred in Footloose. Snitches get stitches like mooses get looses. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. Goose and moose called a truce over being loose around Bruce. A moose nuisance is a moosance. You better write about the moose, no excuse. You're welcome. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. And join our Discord. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. It's all coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is the Wednesday edition, weekend of the week edition of this morning radio show that plays games. Sean and Hefty in red. They're brothers-in-law. They hang out with each other and play
We're matching
Gotham
2 days in a row.
Knights. What did we wear yesterday?
We were both in Flames gear.
Oh, yeah, in the evening. Well, I mean, I've had the hat on all day, yeah, so that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And they won 4-1, so what now?
Was it all us? Probably.
Definitely wasn't the hockey players. I mean, Kadri, 2 goals, assist, whatever.
Anyone can do that.
Look at me in Rocket League, I'm cracked. It's nuts.
Get Sean the assists.
All right, we will do some achievement hunting in just a moment. We're a little bit behind the clock, so let's get you into Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth after we welcome in
Morning to the Final Hour crew.
the Final Hour crew is here.
Hello, FHC.
Mel B on YouTube, Dungeon Meowster KJ, that's new, I love it. Quiet I Am Gaming, Drew Mega was here, had to jet. It's good to see you this morning, Drew. Thank you for being part of the show. We had, hey, it's Brendan TTV, who's an ambassador to the Final Hour crew. Oh, we missed Gabe Pride checking in last hour. I missed Gabe Pride. Good morning, Gabe Pride. Thank you for being here. Quiet I Am Gaming, I am JF Downs. It's good to see you this morning as well. Heavenly Soul, Unknown Story, I Good Apollo have all checked in during the course of the morning as well. It's Copia even did some modding this morning. It's nice work by It's Copia and many others who I might have missed. Again, thank you to Potadina, who was kind enough to send their audience over to us this morning on Twitch. We had rated them, gosh, it had to be within the last 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. And I want to say we walked in some Apex Legends, but I can't remember that for sure either. So one more shout out, though, I will give. And thank you again for the raid earlier in the show. We never take any of that for granted. So thank you for sending your audience over to us. And you can check them out sometime down the road, which would be super appreciated as well. Anyone else I missed? Anyone else who was listening to the first 2 hours of the show on Twitter Spaces? We only air the first 2 hours of the show on Twitter Spaces because this Final Hour crew is a little bit less radio friendly as we play, especially like this dawned on me when we were doing the game of Whatever Land last week. I was like, nah, that's not radio first type stuff. So we'll only air the first 2 hours of Twitter Spaces. And if you want to catch the third hour of this morning radio show that plays games, you can always do so on a VOD or join us on YouTube, Facebook Gaming, or Twitch. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. Oh, yeah, this is it. I'm trying to get the damn game on the screen.
Yeah, get the game. And while you're doing that, and we're talking about shout-outs, we'll mention one more time that we're trying to get at sports.gaming, my personal Twitch channel, affiliated. And with the stream last night, and then the stream tonight where I'm playing the first half of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and tomorrow where I'll do the second half. With those 2 streams, we'll have everything knocked out that we need other than the 50 followers. So if you haven't already, go over to twitch.tv/sports.gaming and hit follow, because if we can get 20 more of those in the next 2 days, we'll be set. By the end of the week, we could start working on our emotes.
Yeah, thank you all for helping us out with that, because we do want to provide some of the benefits of Twitch affiliation, but we like 1,000% don't want to be affiliated. So this helps us kind of do that. Plus, with the new Patreon tier that we have, again, your subscription supplies you the subscription to Sports.Gaming's channel. Until we have our emotes ready to go, too, we will gift you a subscription of your choice. So that's some way to continue to supply that value. So go to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow to learn more about that. All right, it's time for our audience game. This is Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. If you're not familiar with how this game works,
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
last we left this game, again, this is your time to get in all your Z's and obscure letters. We had banked a total of 17 balloons. So doing pretty okay so far. Our all-time record is 632, which we had just very recently. This puzzle is famous people.
Hello, FHC.
Element of One is here this morning, guessing the letter B.
Shaquille
I
O'Neal.
was like, what the hell did you just say? Did you just say chef? I was like, no, Shaq. It's never been Shaquille O'Neal, ever. We had a combined guess of bed between Element, Chris M. Yee, and Downs.
B-E-D.
Only the E hit. So. Good morning. Hello, Final Hour crew, to the mayor of the internet,
Mayor of the Internet.
Chris M. Yee. T and N from Quiet and K-Laugh. Those both hit.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
It's famous people. I already know what it is. I don't know why I said that like the kid from A League of Their Own. What was his name? Stillwell?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna lose. Nice job. Florence Nightingale and the Machine. I don't think that's the same person I'm thinking it is.
Could be.
Wasn't there like a Florence and the Machine band or something like that?
Yeah. You're right.
But Florence Nightingale was probably like an author
That was a
or
different
something.
thing.
Okay.
She was a nurse, I think.
A what?
A nurse.
Oh!
Florence Nightingale. I think she was a nurse.
Will you send me just a touch more? Chris M. says that's a different band. Okay. Quite couldn't remember the first name, so K-Laugh comes through with it as well.
Cracked.
This is fictional characters. Somebody wants the.
T-H-E.
Wow.
Sonic.
Cha-ching.
So the didn't hit where you wanted it to hit, but all of the letters hit.
Nice.
Yeah, the nurse. Barney the dinosaur, JK. You're good to add the JK because I was about to hit that B button.
You.
You?
No.
Nothing, Downs.
Boo. Did you just call Downs nothing?
No, you know nothing.
Nothing.
You know nothing. Get it? It's funny.
No.
Element, I still win. Mel says, how is she famous? I never met her. Wasn't Florence Nightingale from like a different century?
Yeah. Yeah, she was like confusing. She might have been like one of the people who like really founded nursing as a profession. I think that's why she's famous.
A-S. Yes.
Where's
Cha-ching.
my wife?
K-Laugh! Go ask Sean's wife.
Yeah, founder of modern nursing. Okay.
Nice.
She was a statistician.
Is Florence registered, though?
Probably not. It was probably before such a thing.
Was just an N. As opposed to an RN. Oh!
Oh. Yes. Oh. Oh. Yes.
Every letter in the alphabet's on this board right now. Like
Except
it's in the
you.
puzzle.
You.
Oh, so Downs goes with the other U. V.
Oh, the pointy.
V. Cha-ching.
It actually hit, though. Oh! I know who this is. It's the person from Wreck-It Ralph. Vanellope von Schweetz.
Oh,
What a good one.
nice. That one's
Vanellope
pretty good.
von... Is it W-S-W? Oh, probably a C. Yeah, Schweetz. Do
Is there
it.
a Z
Unknown
too?
Stories did it. It's a Z at the end. Yes!
Nice. So did we get it?
Yeah.
You know what happens when we get it?
Yeah? Can you send me that one? I want that one on my board too.
No, that was just
Sorry.
Uh,
No, I want it for sports.
It was posted. Quiet got it for us. It's in Discord.
Okay, quiet. We're not going to get sued, right? Right. In case you missed the sports segment, Chris M.E., congratulations to your Los Angeles Kings demolishing Quiet's Tampa Bay Lightning last night. It was a 4-2 win. Perfect. Eat and drink.
Shaq. Soup.
Oh,
Shaq soup.
I thought you said Jack. Why can't Shaq? I cannot hear what you're saying when you're saying Shaq today. What's happening?
Space rats.
Shaq.
Thank you. Thank you. Quiet says it said it was royalty free. All right. If we get a check, a bill in the mail, we're going to send you a bill in the mail.
If we get a check in the mail, though, we're keeping it. Sorry, Quiet.
They still have more Stanley Cups. I take that over a head-to-head win. But not after this year.
SHAQ.
Someone said Shack fried rice followed by Shack wing shop. What are we doing? Thank you, Mel B, for guessing a letter. C.
C. Yes.
The T did not hit, though.
T. No.
Martinez. When we get done doing this show, someone's gonna be like, what's the thing you would have changed? I was like, I would have noticed how much fun it is to have the letters and then the affirmation or the, you got it wrongs exist sooner. Tino Martinez.
A. Cha-ching.
And then the D did.
D. Yes.
This is eat and drink, by the way.
Oh, it's star backwards.
We have an E from Mel B.
E. Yes.
Actually, I think it is deep fried rice. No, it's not, but it's fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
And now my brain wants to sing deep fried rice to the tune of Three Blind Mice. What'd you say?
Pork fried rice?
Ah, it is. It is pork fried rice.
Cracked.
Deep fried rice. Deep fried rice. See how it runs? Oh.
This fried rice is so runny. Ooh. Gross.
Scrapple. Gross.
All right, 33 banked balloons. Again, you have our full permission tomorrow. Throw the B's, throw the Z's, throw the X's at us. I don't know why B's got roped into that, but... Shaq's a ham was K-Lap's guess. Shaq is pretty funny. Get it? I don't think I've ever shared this. When I first started broadcasting for one school, I had a freshman who was on the team that wasn't playing that year. It wasn't a redshirt year, just wasn't going to be on the roster that year. They helped me, but I realized this was where the generation gap had started for me, because I was like probably 10, 15 years out of college by that point. It couldn't have been that late, so probably 10 years out of college. And so I said, yeah, I was talking to so-and-so, and they were so funny. I mean, she's such a ham. And this poor person looked at me and goes like, why would you say that about her? That's so mean. And I was like, no, it means that she's funny. She's like, oh. And I realized that, like, okay, I have an old person saying. Whoopsie. All right, 8:19 on this morning radio show that plays games. I just realized I didn't even put us into a competitive match, so that'll have to wait till after this game.
Sorry, is the ball spinning on your screen?
Yes, it is.
Why is it doing that?
Because we took
Has
too
it
many
ever done that before?
We took too many psychedelics while playing that game. Wow. No, I don't hear a violin, nor do I see a ball spinning. Oh my gosh, what a fun show. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already weighed in, especially if you're joining us with the FHC, National Pumpkin Day today. So what's the best place for you to get a pumpkin? Long story short, I've never enjoyed going to the pumpkin patch. Sean's challenging me to try to change my perspective. I'm not going to do it this year because I think I might have a chance to not have to go to the pumpkin patch this year. And if that's the case, that's a win for me. But next year, we can try to go together. We did. Sean and my family and Sean's family did try to go together. We just couldn't line up the dots.
Yeah. And we've gone together in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, and then this is the other story that needs to be told, which this goes back to your theory that, like, something happens and I get my mind set on something. And this could definitely have had an impact. One time I had tickets to go watch Montana play in Portland. And we were supposed to go, and I told Hefty Wife all about it, and I was like, yeah, me and my friend are going to go, and we get to watch the Montana Grizzlies play, and I think I hadn't even seen them in Portland. They play there every other year, but I hadn't seen them yet in Portland because I work a lot of Saturdays, and so it doesn't usually line up, but this time it did. And we had the tickets, and then Hefty Wife scheduled a trip to the pumpkin patch on the same day as this game, and like she goes, the time, everything will work out. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. There's X amount of hours before whatever. But what I didn't realize is the pumpkin patch we were trying to go to in Portland is like stupid busy on Saturdays. It takes like 2 hours to drive in, then it takes like an hour plus to get out. Yeah. And so
is that the one out like on the island?
On the island, yeah.
Yeah, that one's bonkers.
And so we sat in traffic for over 2 hours, and so I only got to go to the second half of the game, and I was kind of miffed about that. So maybe that has something to do with it too. Oh, dang it, I missed, and you still got it! Look at me being all sneaky. Get out of my way. And I missed, and then you still hit it. Was that a turtle goal?
No, it was my wheels.
Oh, you were very close, very close. KJ says, I'm there with you, Hefty. I am not a fan of the pumpkin patch. See, it's not just me being curmudgeon-y. Okay, it's probably me still being a little curmudgeon-y, but thanks for having my back, KJ.
Nice. I'm almost there in my saves.
How many more? Oh, is it time for us to start the counter?
I mean, I could probably just drop back and play goalie, and that would have been a good one. I think I was within 5 when this game started.
Oh, of saves, not assists.
Saves, yeah.
Shaq!
Still got a ways.
Apparently, poor Sports.Gaming's voice is out of my range of hearing today. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's a pretty good animated film. Although I do prefer the Christmas one.
Yeah.
There will be plenty of time. Curb your enthusiasm. That was so true. Yeah, and listen, she didn't do it maliciously. Like, we didn't know it was a cue to get in there, and a cue to get out. Like, we were learning that in real time, but it didn't change my miffedness. We wish you a merry miffedness. Miffedness. Oh, my caption.
It's a good word.
It is. I'd use it again. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. So 10 out of 10 made me think of Kate Zaid, who was on a show yesterday. Streams on Tuesdays right after our show at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And Kate's been doing a S-ton of 3D printing and does a lot of Apex-related stuff and was trying to make, I guess, a second Bloodhound mask. I thought Kate was making the first one still, but no, apparently this was the second one. and I don't know how this 3D printer works, but apparently there's some supports that are needed in order to probably support it during the printing process. And then Kate was trying to take them off and pulled like part of the mask off. And so it basically snapped whilst on stream. And it was really sad. I felt bad. The good news is it was a tremendously clean break. So it looks like it's almost designed that way. And so someone suggested making it a like zombie bloodhound mask.
Nice.
Which you could definitely convince somebody that's the plan.
It's a design.
Yeah, by design. Mel B says, I like going to the pumpkin patches. It's fun. One year we drove, and you could get in the train, and the train takes you there. And they had a hayride and different activities, lots of pumpkins. It was fun. Went with my brother's sister-in-law and niece. It's been a while since my niece was little. I'm just hitting the ball by the goal as I'm reading chat. And I would like to go again. Christmas one is 100% better than the pumpkin. Oh crap! Still hitting it the wrong way. Okay, just scoot it again across the goal. Remember, this is the part of the show where I focus solely on the gameplay. How am I doing, Sean?
You didn't hit it directly into the goal yet, so you've
Not
had
yet.
worse.
I cheesed the corn maze, said K-Laugh, at the pumpkin patch this year by looking the place up on satellite imaging beforehand. Oh my gosh, K-Laugh, is there like a record like that you set at the pumpkin patch? There's just like this plaque outside the pumpkin patch. It's like our brand new record holders. That's like someone playing trivia and using their phone at like the bar.
Yeah. We don't like those people.
You cracked the code, K-Laugh.
There's another save.
Whee! Do you want to get 3 saves and a win? Because that's easy to do in this game.
I did that a long time ago.
All right, let me get us back to the main menu, and I'll put us into a competitive match. We're one of life's winners. That felt pretty good.
That was pretty good. I think if we have the same stage 3 challenges, we need 3 wins in extra mode, so we could do Rocky Hockey.
Ooh, Rocky Hockey's fun. Let me check. The record was, quote, got my niece through the dang thing before she got bored. A true accomplishment. Nice work. Nice work, Kayla.
Nice.
It's 8:27 West Coast. It's 11:27 out East. 4:27 for those watching GMS in the UK. Oh, so stage 3 must have just come out.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying which one?
Win 3 online matches in any extra modes playlist.
Yep, I do need that. So I will go to extra modes. We'll play some 3v3 Snow Day, otherwise known as Rocky Hockey.
Mm-hmm. And I
if
need
we score-
one more save.
And if we score a goal, it sounds like. So good. They were selling, at least in Canada, because I saw them advertised on the Flames games, this like red lamp that you could have connected to the internet, and when the Flames actually scored a goal, it would go off. If anybody finds one of those, because they were like sold out immediately, please send it my way. We have a P.O. box, I think maybe on our website, gamingmorningshow.tv. DM me. I will find you a way to get it to me, because I wanted one of those so badly, especially on days where I wasn't able to watch, but have it like in my office and all of a sudden just starts randomly going off.
I bet if you can find the horn part, I could probably, with Raspberry Pi, build one of those.
All right. You have a
On the
mission.
next episode of GMS Builds.
It'll be a very sports talk gaming heavy show, because I would just show up and be like, nah, I'm leaving. Although
Ryan,
that'll
can you
be
hold
fun
this
when you're
flashlight?
woodworking. What's that?
Ryan, can you hold this flashlight? But it's so bright in here.
I need a job. did a good job. More from nationaltoday.com. We use pumpkins for both food and recreation, especially during Halloween and Thanksgiving. Pumpkin pie has become a traditional part of Thanksgiving in both the U.S. and Canada as well. So don't forget.
Pineapple on pizza. Thank you, Canada.
We also carve jack-o'-lanterns around Halloween, although pumpkins we eat and the ones we carve generally come from two different types of winter squash. A gourd is generally considered inedible squash. Remember, gourds get funny faces. Squash winds up on the dinner table.
Nice.
Yep. Unknown source says, get your head in the game, Hefty. Get your head in the game. I have you on my fantasy Rocket League team, and you're bringing my points down. Could you imagine? Oh, my gosh. Quiet says, Rocky Hockey, featuring Thunderlips. Do you know how much... Well, it wasn't a ton, but I did some research on trying to find somebody who might be a Rocky 3 expert. So that we could have them on the show to talk more about Thunderlips, Hulk Hogan's character in Rocky 3.
Brilliant.
Where do they come up with Thunderlips? Oh, that was easy. Oh, never mind. Almost a little bit too easy. All right, Sean needs one more save.
Oh.
Well, I got one. That was a save? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Rocky Hockey saves are built differently.
Is that it? Yes.
Yep.
We did it. It looks like we made it. Yes, it looks like we made it. Sports.gaming made it. After all, $200. Okay. Do I want to make
it for less?
Do I want to make Brendan wear a Guy Fieri cosplay, or do I want a Rocky Hockey light?
I can help build a Rocky Hockey light. I can't build Brendan in a Guy Fieri costume.
Yeah, I don't. Brendan kind of put that price a little bit low. There's still time, Brendan. You can revise your incentive goal. Taking Brendan the flavored. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, I saw you, but I didn't quite move. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's like Sean has a perfect angle for this shot. How about I just smash him out of the way?
I didn't get the goal, and now I have whiplash.
And then, of course, they score on that. You know, my head was in... I'm sorry, Story. I promise that... Oh, well, Story didn't even have you on their fantasy team, so...
Yeah, just you.
I kind of still want the Grim Reaper dab. That's a kind of a good celebration still.
It is. It's a good one. I wonder if that one's in the store for Halloween time.
Maybe. On this free-to-play game.
Load up.
How did that... Okay, that our teammate went low, I went high, and that managed to scoot between us. That's nuts. Nice job. Go, Sean, go. Have you tried Marvel Snap yet, some elements, and what are your thoughts? I haven't. Isn't that mobile game? Yeah. Don't you have to pick, like, Marvel characters for something?
Something like that. I haven't tried it. I honestly haven't looked into it at all other than knowing the name and knowing it exists.
Yeah, I happened to see a commercial for an element. What are your thoughts on it? Down said Sylvester Stallone wrote it to get him on. Well, so but why pick Thunderlips? Was that like Hulk Hogan's choice for the character? Get in there. Oh, it's on Steam as well. It's not just a mobile game. The commercial gave me the impression that was a mobile game. Interesting. Maybe I just missed the key part of like in the iOS store and on Steam.
Yeah. I think it's being pushed mostly as a mobile game, but
Okay.
it is not just mobile.
Get in there. Let's try. Man,
They're playing good defense.
defense. Defense. Whee. Games are fast-paced and intense. Why are your games camping? I was watching a TikTok. Somebody like has their kiddos like doing like 13-mile hikes at like 5 years old. I was just in awe.
I don't even want to do a 13-mile hike.
Like if I had somebody who could help us set up camp and stuff, I would totally do that kind of stuff. I just don't want to be out in the woods by myself with like very few survival skills and give a damn. We're back to
I'm a fan of more posh camping.
Oh my gosh, I'm so close. We're back to my manual labor sticking point. That might go. Oh, I can't catch up to it.
Oh, it did not take a bounce. I was hoping it would. I'm
Rocky hockey losers, and we don't have any more time. That's so sad.
so close.
We're losers, baby. So we'll have to play again later.
We didn't even get to use the goal sound effect.
Well, oh yeah, you didn't even score.
Nope.
I also would like to note that I also didn't score, but like you're the one who's expected to score. So, jeez. Well, thank you for being here. 8:36 West Coast time, 11:36 out east. It is 4:36 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being here. Mentioned that tomorrow we'll resume Whateverland, but we're going to use performance enhancing accessories, P's.
And Q's.
We're not afraid to let you know that we're on PEAs. So Sean and I are going to use PEAs with each other. Well, they're like public displays of affection, but performance enhancing assistance.
Trying to find an E for public something of affection.
Public efforts of affection.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah, we were talking about Mel B's bargain hunting earlier. Can't believe we got 28 hand sanitizer sprays yesterday for 1 cent. Each is regular $3. Got all of them for 28 cents plus tax, which is a total of 30 cents. You're cracked. Cracked, Mel B. Bargain hunting. Is the B stand for bargain? Nice. Nice job. Also, saw that someone had mentioned that it's National Melanie Day coming up. Looking.
Nice.
Looking. Okay. I think it was Mel B. I just can't find it. So.
Sporty Spice, one of the lower spices.
No way I would do a 13-mile hike. I did probably a mile hike one time. It was super. So one of my favorite things I did one time, to kind of close the loop on the hiking thing, is we went snow camping once.
Nice. That's fun.
And so you get like a pretty big hiking pack. You get snowshoes. And it happened to be really sunny, so I think we kind of got a good time to try to do it. We didn't have to like venture through a blizzard or something. And then we like made our way into the woods into this like little hut. And then started a fire, had hot cocoa and accoutrements, and played bananagrams, and I slept on a picnic table. It was great. So
Nice.
because there was all the beds were taken, so I slept on the picnic table. It was great. Yeah, I'm happy I did that because it was a good experience. Today's days of the day to recap: Accession Day, Accession Day, something like that. Lung Health Awareness Day. Nope, just Lung Health Day. Don't even need to be aware of it. Just be healthy. National Chicken Fried Steak Day. National Day of the Deployed. National Financial Crime Fighter Day. I still like our explanation for that one.
It's all bank heists.
Yeah. Is that assault? Someone will be along in a moment. Can't you save them? No. Just like that, huh? No.
Just like that.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's financial crime fighter guy.
No.
National Mincemeat Day, which we learned. Well, we'll get to that in a second. National Mule Day.
Don't pet your mule or you'll get pink eye.
Don't know why I said that way either. National Noah Day, National Tennessee Day, National Transgender Children Day, National Vivace Microneedling Day, and Worldwide Howl at the Moon Day. Moon Night, specifically. We told you how Doctor Who is heading to Disney Plus in a landmark streaming deal, and we told you about rings lost during a Mardi Gras parade were found 6 years later. Quote, after I got home, started looking everywhere, couldn't find them, and I just never found them. And somebody else said, hey, felt like metal detecting. So I got a signal on the ground, bent down, dug it up, there was one ring. Dug a little deeper, and there was a second ring.
Brilliant. Should have kept going. There's probably a third.
I stopped after that, though. Turns out that's where all the championship rings are. Gotta find that commercial. All right, takeaways that were pretty okay. Please let us know. We'll get to those in a moment. We're about to name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner as well. But first, it is time to recap the video game headlines of the day. And for that, as always, once again, hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is still Wednesday, October 26th, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. We talked this morning about the PlayStation 2 because the PlayStation 2 had lots of games, and a lot of them were released today, which is the day the PlayStation 2 came out. There were 1,900 PlayStation 2 game manuals that were preserved by like some guy, I guess. His name's Kirkland, which I thought he worked at Costco, but apparently he preserves game manuals. But the entire US PlayStation 2 game catalog, all of the manuals have been preserved in 4K with game manuals, variants, art books, mini guides, and comics, all uploaded to archive.org. So if you're a big fan of PlayStation 2 era games, you can now go check out all those game manuals and peruse and reminisce and have a good time. So go check those out. There's more information in the story that we provided, so check it out. Speaking of PlayStation is building a new studio to work with Naughty Dog on a yet to be announced game. Who knows what it could possibly be. The job listing is where this came out, and the job listing says, quote, this high visibility project is being developed in collaboration with Naughty Dog. Though currently unannounced, we have a clear vision and plan to release. Using our existing expertise and premier talent, we will guarantee a high visual quality bar for the game and a compelling experience for our players. Big fan of the Uncharted games. I'm excited to see this. I mean, maybe, if it's an Uncharted game. We'll never know. And in our last news story, we talked about a new Pokemon that is coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is a ghost dog by the name of Gravard. He's very cute, he's ghostly, and he has a candle on his head. But don't get too close, because he'll slowly and inadvertently absorb the life force from those around it. It's a dangerous dog. Out today, we had some highlights such as Ghost of Dragon out on PC, Game Creator out on PC, but our prestigious name of the morning went to Frog Detective 3 Corruption at Cowboy Country out on PC.
The sequel to Frog Detective 2 somewhere else.
Pirate Town.
Pirate Town. Let me take you to Arg. Pirate Town. I'll take you to Arg. Pirate Town. That was a fun show. I'm pretty happy with it. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's morning radio show that plays games? Had a lot of fun talking about pumpkins, learning about pumpkin patches and things that, you know, are like loofahs, right? Like, we got to get to that one. There's a lot of takeaways that were pretty okay. Who had a solid show today? There were a lot of folks who showed up early, too, and that's always the worst time, is if I don't pay attention to someone to nominate in the first hour, then I can't get back to it because all the messages run over, especially once we've played Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Any thoughts?
Ooh, it is a tough one today. I mean, the standout for me is Quiet, who did this for us. And also pointed out that the red PlayStation 4 controller is indeed a PlayStation 4 controller.
I'm still aghast by that because, you know, I thought I was actually playing the game last night, but apparently you were just plaguing. Yeah, Quiet late to the party, but here, I guess midway through the 7 o'clock hour, I guess QXZ really quick, like 45 minutes before we played the game. Oh, and also had the good line, people sometimes tell me I'm a loofah. Aloof.
Nice.
All right, I'm sold. Thank you for your contributions today to this morning radio show that plays games. Quiet I Am Gaming, you are one of life's winners on this Wednesday.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Brought to you by Diet Sunkissed Orange. All right, last call for takeaways that were pretty okay, and then we will get you somewhere if you're watching on Twitch. Thanks again to Potade Ina, who brought over the audience earlier in the show. I appreciate it very, very much. That was very kind of you, and we will see you again soon for more Gaming Morning Show, hopefully Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. As always, right now, it's the clip of the day.
Toot, toot.
Gross.
Don't those two seem related now?
Oh, they absolutely seem related.
Thank you, Caleb. National Noah Day, National Tennessee Day, National Transgender Children Day, National Vivace Microneedling Day. I'm guessing that's either the technique or the person who made it.
I'd guess a technique,
Okay.
but I have no idea.
Ooh, and it's worldwide Howl at the Moon Night. That's good. Good thing the moon's still out, because if this was National Howl at the Moon Night and we were howling at the sun, oof, boy, would we look silly.
That's absurd.
Thank goodness that didn't happen. All right. Howl at the Moon Night. Our clip of the day.
You know what I didn't do? We had a chance to.
That would have been better. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll add that reverb.
All right. What are your takeaways that are pretty okay? What is something you learned from this morning radio show that plays games? And then if you're watching on Twitch, we'll send you over to Caffeinbee. Hi there. I'm Cafe, they, them, non-binary, queer, disabled coffee gremlin, plus low energy and soft variety PNG tuber, providing you with comfort and shenanigans, streaming Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Please say good morning from GMS, if you would be so kind for us. Sean, what is your takeaway that was pretty okay?
It has to be the loofah. It's a member of the gourd family.
Yeah.
Grows on trees. The loofah is a harvesting tool.
I'm just absolutely blown away that is the case. But yeah, we read that in the first part of the show, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Fascinating.
And apparently not fruits, or sorry, they are fruits, not vegetables. Includes cucumbers, honeydew melons, cantaloupe, watermelons, and zucchini. So I also learned that today that watermelons are part of the gourd family.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a lot of water in watermelons, so that makes perfect sense. So my takeaway that's pretty okay is if you're looking for some rapeseed oil, maybe? Is that what it was called?
Something.
Maybe. You can find it
Rappy seed.
by the Ferris family, who have the Suffolk farm since 1967, and they are the first in the UK to grow, press, and bottle their own cold-pressed rapeseed seed oil. Sports Quiet helped us out with that one too. Rapeseed oil. Rapeseed oil has lots of nutritional benefits. Nutty flavors. So. All right, we'll be back tomorrow as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to show you the best moments from today's show and then send you over to Calf and B as well. Thanks for everyone who made it possible. Again, please follow Hey It's Brendan TTV, who will be streaming at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday, trying to raise money for Stream for a Cause, and of course, coming up on Saturday as well. It's the Austin Attack 12-hour Halloween party starting around that same time. So lots of things going on this weekend. For everyone who made it possible, for Sean, for Austin, I am Hefty Goof. Thanks for having fun with us again. This has been Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, gamingmorningshow.tv. All right, well, thanks for being here. We have to say hi to Mel B. Good morning. It's appreciative that you are here this morning. Mel B was shopping yesterday during the GMS Tuesday nights. Found out we got some great deals on hand sanitizer, which nice work. Our bargain hunter, Mel B. It's good to see you this morning.
Nice chat.
Speaking of days gone, it's been many days. Well, it's been one since we had a chance to have some fun with the person behind the curtain, the guy that looks like a bear. Because he's a bear. His name is Bear Bear. Hey there, Bear Bear.
Did you just rhyme bear with 10 other instances of the word bear?
I just want to know. I don't know if this is true. If you review the tape, did I use at least bear differently in all three of those uses? Because I think I said bear, and then I said bear bear, and then I said bear again. Hopefully.
I'll allow it.
Interesting. All right, well, thanks for being here. We have to say actress Rita Wilson is 66 today.
Fun fact, like her husband, she also appeared in an episode of 1883.
All right,
that leaves more questions for me than it answers.
It's also like, there's so many of these fun facts where it's like, their father was so-and-so. Like her husband, who won't be named, who I just happen to know who it is. Like, is Tom Hanks so famous and so attached to Rita Wilson that they just don't feel like they need to tell anybody?
I think so. But it's such a weird fun fact.
That's good. That's good. Today, Dylan McDermott turned 61.
Dylan was once engaged to actress Maggie Q.
Like, just ends in Q?
Yep. Maggie, the letter Q.
Oh, the one who makes all the stuff for James Bond.
Yep.
It's very safe.
That's what we do.
So yeah, don't go to the... Okay, but I will take your challenge, although I actually don't think we're going to go to a pumpkin patch this year. If we were going to, we would have already done it. So we are assembling...
Running out of time.
Yeah, we're going to assemble a gingerbread... I don't know if it's gingerbread, but it's like a gingerbread house equivalent, but for Halloween. We bought it at Costco. And you know who bought that, dang it? It was me. Because I can't wait to let the kids touch a whole bunch of stuff with their fingers and then put it on an edible thing. It grosses me out, Sean. Grosses me out. Yeah.
No, I don't usually eat the kid decorated cookies or pumpkin patches.
Yeah.
Pumpkin patches.
They don't say pumpkin. You eat pumpkin patches? I eat pumpkin patches for breakfast.
The other thing we've been talking about.
Manganese?
Manganese?
Gary Sinise and copper. Almost said Cooper.
Should know that one.
Stop myself. Copper. Cooper. High in vitamin C and a powerful source of fibrate as well. So enjoy it.
8.
Number 8, pumpkins are 80 to 90% water. Who would have thought that something so nutritional would be mostly water? The high water content of pumpkins means they're good for you, while also being low in calories. Good news, if you're looking to offset the Halloween chocolate, use some pumpkin.
Okay, but what do you eat the? How do you eat pumpkin?
Hey, just bite into it like an apple. Just pick it up.
I don't think that's true. You're gonna break your teeth. That's why you get the mini pumpkins. They're bite size.